All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Off Topic Podcast. I'm right here, H, with obviously
I'm Koba the Gorilla,
the best partner in crime. And today we have a special guest, Koba. We got
Demo Grease.
Hell yeah,
the CEO.
So for a third time, you're the first guest to come back. Second time and a third time.
Yeah, I wonder why me though. I wonder sometimes
because you live the closest. But
it's convenient by default.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
Guest 3.
Interesting,
I'll
man.
take it.
Yeah. So we're also the first guest of the year. We kept our promise that we want one guest a month at least.
Oh, nice.
Because
Thank you.
one of our New Year's things was more guests, right?
Obviously.
Yeah,
that's
more
what people
guests.
asked to, actually.
Yeah.
So we wanted to give it to them. Yeah.
So what kind of guests are you guys looking for?
Actually,
anything interesting, man.
like say he's a professional athlete, a competitor in another sport, or like an
Those will be
actor,
good. Athletes will be
comedian.
good.
Yeah, but since none of those guys pay attention to us, we're our friends are the best choice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So by default, this is why.
Yeah. So we're rooting for you to get us out of the hood,
Shit,
bro.
Okay, I'm gonna try my best, man.
But more guests. Why you say it's because I think it's like one. People already know how me and him interact,
Right.
but it's like now it's like how do me, him, and a guest interact?
Right.
It's more like a treat. Like, like now this guy's gonna be in it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
We'll see how it is. Or now this girl's gonna be in it. And,
And also probably the people they want to see too. Like they would want to see collabs, like Off Topic podcast with this person they like. You know.
Yeah.
A little more interesting.
That's good.
it's more like, hey, like there's something different now. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. So I'm glad. And then February we're gonna have another guest. So it's gonna be fucking lit.
Nice.
So it's so far for these 2 months we're keeping our promise.
Right.
And then more consistency. The last time we were here, he told us about TikToks.
Yep.
And how easy it is to do TikToks, and now we're on TikTok.
Nice.
We have like shit followers, but we're
had
on
good
it.
TikTok
We
is
have
hard
good
to
views.
grow. Like I have a TikTok,
Yeah.
and it's so hard to grow. Like, people would give me like the little plans or formulas of how to grow.
I don't
it.
want those plans.
No, they don't work.
They don't work.
No, they don't
Because
work.
everyone's journey is different.
No, and it is. And TikTok, you don't know what's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So I'll spend like an hour or two making the TikTok and adding the sound and adding the captions and the hashtags and like 5 views and which is like my grandma who likes it.
I feel like that's part of the social media like world, or like every single like entertainer or influencer or whatever. We all felt that like this is gonna pop.
Yeah, I know.
We're all hyping it up, remember? And then like, oh fuck, 5 likes, 10 likes.
We'll have episodes where we'll take off the headphones and the microphones and we're like, best episode ever. Yeah. And then you see the downloads and it's like, fuck, like this episode that I thought was shit did way better than an episode I thought was like. Yeah. I felt like we were like
then the one that we took notes and shit.
Yeah, the one where we took notes and the one where we fucking did all these fucking bits and stuff. But
I feel like people like people that are real. Just be authentic. Don't try to be someone else.
True.
Or
you know what?
Try to be someone else.
I agree with that, but I'm gonna throw a little curveball at you.
Shoot.
I feel like people want to believe that, but then if you see the things people are into, it's all the same shit. So it's like, do people really like to keep it real? Like people like you to keep it real until you make a joke they don't like, or you say something you don't like.
No, that's true.
And then it's like,
that's true.
So do you really love me for me? Do you listen to me for me, or is it like? Because I agree with you. Like most people, if you ask people, right, whenever you meet someone, guarantee you, especially nowadays, the first thing they say is, "Oh, I'm blunt. Oh, I'm straight up." That's a way everyone describes.
And you call them fat, and they're like, "Oh, that's
or you meet that person, you get to know them better, and you're like, "You're not blunt. You're not straight up. You're fucking the fakest person I've ever met." But in everybody's head, they all want to be blunt and straight up because that's honest, right? It's the honest thing to be.
Yeah.
But it's easier to say it than really be it, you know?
Well, a lot of people do is they avoid conflict.
Yeah.
So you want to tell people what they want to hear to avoid that conflict.
But there's a way to be honest without conflict.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always a big argument or has to get into a fight. You know, I think there's also, like how you said, just ways of telling the person. You know,
like I'll never tell someone like, oh, straight up, like you have an ugly ass mole on your face.
Maybe
that's unnecessary.
Maybe
I'm not a bully.
Not that, but maybe they deserve it.
You make a joke out of
tell
it.
them.
Even then, I wouldn't. Like if it's a legit like insecure, like it's not my hill to die on. Like I don't care. I'm just giving an example of like people will mistake honesty with rudeness, and they'll mistake being real with being fake, which is weird because in reality, real and fake are like the complete fucking polar opposites. Yeah. But because everyone wants to be real, I'm straight up.
Everybody says
girls do that shit all the time. I'm straight up. Like, I'm blunt, and people don't like me because I'm blunt. Like, nah, people don't like you because you're rude as fuck and you're a bitch. Like, let's take some accountability, baby girl.
But they might be around people that just feed that into their head.
Definitely. Yeah, like oh my god, that's Henry. He's so Henry, random. Like nah, like Henry's a jerk. Yeah, like not you, but it's an example.
Kind of him.
Yeah, but I don't know. So yeah, it's interesting you say that because he's more patient than I am. Right?
Yeah,
like
he seems more patient.
Yeah, like if you want to tell him about how we kind of sometimes not argue, but like debate about YouTube.
We debate like or like of ideas. It's like he'll say like, "Oh, well, we shouldn't do this or that or like this."
No, I like the YouTube stuff about how I think it's a waste.
Oh, yeah, like the content, like the footage content.
YouTubes.
Yeah,
like he thinks it's a waste, but then I'll say like, "No, it's good for this and this," and then eventually later on in the years it'll be like something that it would be nice to see, So
because our episodes are on YouTube also, so they're on all the major platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify. And then Google Podcasts for the 3 people that have that,
and SoundCloud,
and then they're on YouTube now, because they weren't on YouTube first because we didn't have a camera. Like when we got a camera, it was like videos, vlogs. That's how I saw it, and then
dude, reels.
Yeah,
dude, you have a camera. Reel everything, dude.
So
you're telling us that we'll do it.
Yeah, man.
So then I'll tell them like. It's a waste. Like we have like 60 subscribers on YouTube. Because like I said, this is going back to he's more patient than me. Like I'll be like, it's a waste. We have 60 subscribers. I have all this shit in my room. I have 2 tripods, a light. Like that shit takes up space. Like it's like for what? For 30 views, sometimes 500. And then so that's where we disagree, and that's where the patience comes in. Where he goes like, nah, it's fine. But it's like sometimes it's like for example, the last episode. Our SD card got full of memory during the middle of the episode, and we were finally flowing. So we had to stop because I didn't want to have a video where it just stopped recording.
Yeah.
So and the way I saw it that day was like, well, now I'm fucking placating to YouTube when I don't give a fuck about YouTube because it's not giving me anything.
Some more towards YouTube is also thinking about the TikTok, and then the reels later on.
Yeah, but you guys still could have shot the whole podcast and just uploaded to.
We could have, but to not fuck with the YouTube, we decided as a team to like not do it. But then that got me like annoyed because I was like, "Fuck! Well, this episode was good," now we folded for YouTube, which I don't care about anyway.
Right.
And then even then with the TikTok, like most of our TikToks, we screen record on our phone. We've never used that once for a TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the footage obviously comes from there, So.
Yeah, but most of the TikToks are like not footage from the YouTube podcast. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, where he's more patient. And you were talking. The reason I brought this up is because he brought it up where he said earlier that sometimes he'll feel like he's making a masterpiece movie.
Yeah.
Like you're making the Pulp Fiction of reels.
No, I'm fucking making.
Yeah. And then it's for nothing, right? Yeah. So how well is your patience, and how long did it take you to get that sort of patience?
I don't have patience. I'm consistent though.
Yeah.
So
you just go on autopilot.
No, yeah. So I'll post something and let's say a reel, and I'll spend like an hour or 2 making the reel, getting the sounds and the clips and the cuts, everything to go with the sound. And I'll post it, and shit, it won't get any views, any likes. But I'll tell myself, you know what? I'm gonna post another one. Fuck it. You don't want to view this one? I'm gonna post another one.
Yeah.
So I'll make one real quick. Boom, 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 boom. 10-minute reel blows up.
Yeah.
10K, 100K views.
Yeah.
Likes.
Like our most watched TikTok is me singing "Trip Fuck Love" by Trippie Redd and XTentacion. When I'm like, baby, I need you in my life.
Yeah.
Like literally, like nothing to do with the podcast. Yeah. Not an episode, and it has like 8,000, like 10,000 views now.
Probably 10 now.
It's fucking stupid.
That's good.
For what?
Yeah.
And also my thing too, where it comes back to the not patience. Like I fucking get so mad and I'll talk shit to the listeners during the episodes.
He does.
Like I'll be like fucking ingratos, ungrateful ass motherfuckers. Like we do TikTok, YouTube, and you guys don't subscribe to any. Like I'll get mad. Yeah, and he'll be like, oh, like he'll laugh. It's funny because then we'll do a bit about it.
I had to fucking laugh at all.
Yeah, even though he's like, oh, you know, but because the way I see it is like, okay, we have 440 real followers on Instagram,
right?
Which is a healthy number. So.
It's good.
It's to a point where, like, if you're scrolling, right, and you don't follow us and you happen to land on our page and you see it and you see 440, it's not like a number you disregard and keep scrolling. Like, it might be something that, oh, almost 500, right?
Right.
You'll check out something.
Yeah. You'll check out something.
What I look at is the posts they have, how many posts they have.
Yeah.
So they have, like, 400 followers.
Yeah.
And they have, like, 10 posts. Okay, I'm not following.
Oh, yeah. True.
For what?
Yeah, for what? These guys.
And then the last one was in 2022.
Yeah, I was like, nah.
April 5th.
New Year, you gotta be posting now.
Yeah.
And then so if they have 400, how many followers?
Yeah, 440.
Yeah, 440.
Yeah, I get it right.
And you're. My man.
I'm fucking with you.
439 right now.
Over it.
Yeah. So, but if you're posting content, I'm like, okay, these guys are trying to grow. So let me support them.
You respect it, right?
Yeah,
because you relate to, like, oh, I was that guy.
Yeah.
And I'm still that guy.
No, I'm still that guy.
Right.
Brother, I'm right there with you.
And what about you? Like, where does your patience come from?
My opinion just, honestly.
Is that your question? I didn't answer anything, huh?
Nah, so we're just talking about it. It's not really a question.
Nah, to me, my patience just comes from knowing that we'll get there, you know?
Yeah.
It's that confidence that you have.
No, yeah, knowing that.
Like, yeah, it might suck right now, but I'm pretty sure, like, a couple of years we'll be. We've seen a couple of the riches already, a little bit, like little taste of it. Well, eventually it'll be.
You got a sponsor recently.
Yeah.
First one, so that's pretty cool.
So, I mean.
We're not going to do it this episode because it's kind of the same thing you do. So,
yeah, but.
Oh, okay.
But that's how we see it. It's more like.
I mean, you didn't give us a code, so, you know, it's fine.
Like I'll take, what's it called? I'll just say one was the thing, and oh shit, like we've done this with the podcast, we've been here. So that's what kind of gets me there too, like that, having that patience. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck it, we have to go over here somewhere or do this, buy this. I mean, it pays off.
It's good to just stop and just reflect on wherever you come. Like, how far, like, I've come a long way. So I've had patience this whole time.
In a span of what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah,
since I met, because you were doing it when I met you already.
Yeah.
So I was like, what?
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
This is year 5 right now. So you know how they say, once your company makes it 5 years, like you're good.
Yeah. You got out of the dead zone.
So far, that's
Lies.
to be determined.
Yeah. Well, at least you haven't gone under.
No, yeah, not gone under, and it's still growing. It's constantly growing.
We seen your numbers.
Yeah.
After you hit 10K, now it's like you're at what, 13, 14, almost
12.
So yeah, 12, almost 13, right? Yeah. So it's like. It's almost like you make it through the shit patch.
Yeah.
And then now it's like I said, people run into your shit. Oh, 12K followers? Like, shit.
No, yeah.
Because people want to be a part of something.
It's a respectful number.
People want to be a part of something. Like, no one wants to be part of a 10 subscriber fucking page, right? No. But, like, if it's like 10,000, then it's like,
yeah.
I want to be a part of it. And then when they get to 500,000. Oh well, I followed them when they were barely at 10,000.
Yeah, I was.
I like this YouTuber when he had 500 subscribers. Now he has 1 million. So people like to be a part of that, you know. And so now that I reach out to people like athletes that I want to like, hey, can I send you some product so you can just promote it on your page? I get more replies back now than I did when I had like a shit. So for people might say, oh, it's just a number. It's a number, but. For a business standpoint, it helps the business. It legitimizes.
That number helps the business. Yeah.
It legitimizes you. So the number is more. I'm gonna sound so smart right now. The number is more for other people than it is for you.
No, it is.
Because like us, what did you say earlier? That we're gonna make it, so you don't like really worry about it.
I don't really worry.
Because that's the end game, right? So we know we're gonna make it. We're never gonna stop doing this.
Right.
Like we'll eat shit for 5 years if we have to, right?
That's what I'm doing.
But the numbers are for other people.
Yeah.
Like people that you message, they'll hit us back up.
Yeah.
Like
it's like someone going to college and get a degree.
Yeah.
The degree, it's nothing. It's a piece of paper, but you have that title.
Yeah.
So you can get a job. You can get into places.
Yeah. It shows that you showed up somewhere every day for 4 years. Yeah. Like, this guy was consistent in something.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. So I feel like for any aspiring content creators out there, your followers, your subscribers, your likes, all those numbers, it's for other people. It's not really for you. So don't let it discourage you. And don't let it motivate you too much either.
No, yeah, don't.
Because then you get gassed up when you get 5,000 followers, but they're all Aha Salim from India, like some hacker just following you.
You just stay there. Like some people just hit a cap, you know?
Yeah, or it's like, oh, I have a lot of followers. Like, now I could post less or stuff like that. So that's my advice is don't let that discourage you, but also don't let it motivate you too much.
Set a goal. Set a goal. I want this many followers by the
That's how we've been playing it, actually. Yeah. We've been saying, like, oh, you just said it like yesterday, like, I want to get to 500 by this time, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we'll make it.
That's good. That's how I did. I think it was like October when I was like, okay, I was at like 7,000.
Yeah.
And I saw a few of the reels were trending. And they were getting a lot of views. I was getting more followers, momentum. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get to 10K by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And we hit 11K.
I'm gonna go straight up, but
These
since
are
the last time,
These are mine, yes.
They're cute. Oh, that one's cute. The tree one. What's his name?
Yeah. Which one?
That one?
Groot?
Yeah, it was cute.
That's a homie Groot.
He looks like a turd a little bit, though, you know?
Well, I was gonna ask you, Temo, since you changed the name to Xitinia, and now that we know that it's been growing so much, how does it feel knowing that you made the right choice?
I made the right choice because I enjoy it now, and it's the reaction I get from people once they know the background of Xitinia or the name or the meaning. That's the right choice. That was the right choice for me. Yeah. Like there was this guy at the gym, a Hispanic dude. I had the sweat activated T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
Where you sweat and like the Aztec comes out.
Yeah.
So he was looking at me. And I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" He goes, "Hey, that's a good shirt, man. Like, where'd you get it?" I'm like, "Oh, this is my company, Xitinia. This is the Aztec." He's like, "What does that mean? The name?" So I told him, "Oh, it means to take over your opponent's encampment. It's an Aztec word. It's not one." And he was like, "So you're Mexican?" I go, "Yeah, my name's Cuauhtemoc." And I introduced myself. His name was like Jose. It's like an older man, like in his 40s.
Oh shit.
And he was like, "Why are you doing this?" I was like, "Well, there's no brand out there for us. There's no brand that identifies
represents like the whole Hispanic. It's always just like regular gym shop.
Yeah.
And there's none.
So I'm like, I want you guys, the Hispanic community, to know that this is made. These themes are made for us. And yeah, some people are gonna be, feel left out.
Yeah, because I mean, I know you have a Mexican flag, so
yeah, they are. But people support it.
Yeah.
People support it.
At the end of it, I mean, it's you're a Latino owner, you know.
It's a gym wear.
But you also have neutral shirts. They still have Xitinia on it.
Yeah, exactly.
But like you see the dumbbell logo, or the bench press logo.
Now you see it's all related.
It's related, right?
Yeah,
like I bought my sister and her fiance shirts. I was like, oh, it's Christmas time. I'll buy them some fucking shirts. And I bought them from you. And I got her the Mexican one. And then I got him like the green one. So it's like, it's not like he was left out and I didn't have anything to give him. Like, it's like there's one for everything, you know? Like,
thank you.
Yeah. And then also I had a Secret Santa for work. And I gave one to my homie Steve because he works out a lot.
Nice.
I gave him the sweat activated, the gray one.
Has he activated yet?
Yeah. Yeah. Because he
dope.
works out. He's like really fucking, like, he's in shape, like really in shape. So, yeah.
Nice.
So definitely, the reason I brought this up is that it's something that you can give to anyone.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just like, it's not like every shirt has a Mexican flag on it.
No, yeah, it's not all like Hispanic themed or it's for everyone. But I want the Hispanic community to know that these are the roots of Xitinia.
It's them, yeah.
The
roots are there.
Yeah, the roots are
there.
And
the word is there, but then everyone can relate to conquering and empowering.
And conquering your opponent.
Like that, it doesn't have to be just like you can do that if you're white, Hispanic, black, whatever. Like you could be your own conqueror, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
I get a lot of people, a lot of like whites and blacks will message me, through the Instagram, trying to get sponsored. Like, hey, you guys are sponsoring?
Yeah, so it's not like they don't relate to it.
No, yeah, and they see on the bio the Mexican flag and Latino-owned business. They see all.
Yeah, it doesn't turn them off.
It doesn't turn them off. They
just
see
like how
if
I saw,
this brand growing, and they're trying to.
Yeah, definitely. Like at the end of the day, the goal of a business is to have something so cool people want to buy it.
Yeah,
that's it. Like, so, and people are buying it, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So definitely the name change was a
It
success.
was a success.
Because it was a lot to take in at first for me.
It was.
I was like,
we had conversations about it too.
yeah.
Going before the other podcast that we had recorded with you,
It was a big move. It was.
I thought it was dope. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't know if it was more for you or if you saw it to grow the brand. Because at that point, like the point you were at is, it's kind of not just yours anymore. It's the people's, because you were established already.
Yeah.
So when you just fucking flip that shit, it's like, did he do it because he marked out for himself and his own ideas? Or did he do it because he legit thought that was the best end game for it? Yeah. Right? Because people will do that, like writers or whatever, right? They'll write something and then they'll write something that they like or they relate to, and then it's like, okay, but is it something that your fan base or your readers or listeners will like? You know,
that's sometimes where a lot of people fail too, where like people will get too stuck in their own ideas and we'll forget about.
Well, this is why I don't care what people think.
Yeah, because and that's another thing people always say too. By the way, yeah, and those people cry a lot. But no, definitely like that's a good point.
Yeah, because there's also been times where like it hasn't gone well for them where they'll pay too much attention to their ideas and it won't succeed. You know. Yeah. But your case was totally different, obviously. Yeah. I mean, it turned out 5-star great.
Yeah.
You know,
you're the biggest one you're the biggest you've ever been.
Yeah.
Like you got
the biggest
that girl from
fitness brand in the city of Upland, California.
Less than a year, right?
I promise.
Like less than a year, we went to all that.
Yeah, less than a year.
Yeah, you deleted everything too. So
yeah, and I felt like, so the Train Hard Athletics, you know, I had the business partner thing with that broke off, and they were a big part of the Train Hard Athletics growth.
Yeah.
So I felt like if I continued with Train Hard Athletics, they will always have a piece of
They'll
it.
be like,
hey, I was a part of it at the beginning. Now that I transitioned, shut that whole off, the whole new apparel, new name, meaning, everything. This is legit just me.
Yeah, definitely. So we've always talked about when you own something or when you do a podcast or when you sell clothes or when you have a YouTube channel, like how much is the content for you and how much is it for the people? Like, do you do stuff? Obviously, you do stuff you like, right? But for example, like there's a stand-up comedian I really like Brian Callen, and he says, like, write what you think is funny. So he like almost never writes what he thinks people would be funny,
right?
And then people will come see you if it's funny. Like you can't really be like, oh, did you read the news today? Yeah. Donald Trump is fucking orange or whatever. Like it's like you're doing what you think people would think is funny, and maybe they did think it was funny. So my whole question, I guess, is like, how do you draw the line of like, oh, this is what me Temo likes, but they're also gonna like it too.
It's definitely me. So definitely
do it for you. Mostly. Yeah. That's
so
good.
Like the reels or like the T-shirt designs,
that's
the Mexican flag. It's that's sick. I'll wear it.
Yeah.
So if I would wear it, I'm gonna put it out there.
Somebody else.
People wear it. If they don't, then they don't. But it's and as far as for the reels as well, like the sounds, there's a bunch of trending sounds that I can make reels out of those sounds. But if I don't like the sound, I don't want to relate that to our page.
Because you do that with your TikToks. I noticed like
some viral,
like when Dahmer was really big on Netflix. I think you did like some Dahmer ones. Yeah. So you definitely do go with trends.
Because it's funny.
Yeah.
Because I liked it.
Yeah.
So but it's because if I like it, I'm like, that's funny. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Because we do a lot of shit that we might not think is the best idea, but because we thought of it, like we're gonna do it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes it'll just be out of the
like the Tom. We were getting a lot of like, oh, too much Tom, and then it's like the next episode we fucking did it again.
Yeah,
because it's like,
hey, you guys. But
at the end of the day, more people like Tom than the people that say, oh, don't put
Tom
him,
the time traveler.
Yeah. So oh, thank God he doesn't know where this place is.
His grandma lives next door.
But yeah, definitely like.
So yeah, you just do what you like.
Yeah, and then people will come.
Yeah,
which is what I said in that last reel that you said you liked, where it's like just do what you think is funny, and people will come. You know.
Yeah.
And And if they don't, then you probably just suck and you should quit anyway. Because take a hint too.
Yeah. But the people that do come, you gotta take care of them.
You gotta take care of them. So now it's too late. Like I could never like. I told him like we've talked about this where it's like, imagine how embarrassing it'll be like 2 years later. Hey, remember you had a podcast? What happened to your podcast?
Yeah, that's the worst.
Oh, how come you guys don't do it anymore?
So that's something.
Don't get to that point.
Yeah.
Oh, we never will.
That's something that always reminds us to just keep on going.
I think we have dogs in us.
That's an ego too. I guess that's part of the ego.
Yeah, it's good to have.
Yeah,
ego.
it is.
Unpopular opinion, it is.
Everybody denies it too as well.
Yeah, because that beer looks so tiny in your hand.
Give him a 24 ounce.
Yeah, but it's like those memes where like the little person gives a bottle of like Fireball, and then the guy gets it and it turns into the mini one.
Yeah, the little one.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely like we've had other times too where we're like, like should we do that bit? And then we're like, fuck it, like let's just do. We're already doing it. Like
Yeah.
And then sometimes people like it. Rarely do they not like it. But I also think that decision of if you like it or they'll like it, you have to be able to make up your own mind and kind of know what's good. Like,
you'll know too also, like obviously coming from us, usually we always kind of hit the jackpot with that. Like, we'll kind of know. We'll study though. Yeah. Would this be funny to you or me?
So is there topics you guys go over before your podcast? We're gonna talk about this and this and this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Today we didn't.
Oh,
today we didn't.
We had that little 3-minute conversation.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
It was like a minute.
Yeah, it was like a minute. It was more like a mic check.
It was.
But then also too, like I've heard that too from like another comedian too, Chris D'Elia, where he says like, at the end of the day, I know what I think. I know what's funny because I'm a comedian. I've been doing it for years. I sell out arenas. Like I know what's funny. Just like you know how to make shirts.
Yeah.
You know how to make shirts. You've sold shirts successfully.
Yes.
You've been doing it for 5 years. You ought to know something. You ought to know what you're doing at this point.
You're able to teach somebody now.
Yes.
Like say if somebody wanted to open up a brand new shirt business or whatever, you would be able to now coach them.
Yeah. That's what our friend Xam said about his photography, where he said, I thought it was really cool. And he was like, when you get to the point where you feel like you could teach a class and people will show up and maybe even pay for that class. Yeah. It's like, oh.
Yeah, that's something nobody can take away from you.
You have knowledge already at this point. Like us right now, like we connected this like the first time we came here. The first
time we had
you on. No micro. We had a producer.
None of that. He called off.
No call, no show.
No show. And then he got fired.
I wrote his ass up that night.
Yeah, we fired him.
Called him into the office.
Yeah, but and then obviously like you were super cool about it. We literally were just talking into the.
This computer, is us.
Like huddled up.
Yeah.
It wasn't on camera. We didn't have a camera back then, so people didn't see it. And then the second one, we did have no camera, but we had mics and headphones.
Yeah.
But we fucked up. 20 minutes in, it didn't record right. Start again.
It was awkward at the beginning because you were asking the same questions, and I'm like, I gave a good reaction the first time. Like it's hard to react.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about after we recorded.
Yeah, after recording.
Yeah, I thought you were just insulting my.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, I'm kind of rude, you know. Well, I don't like your fucking house. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck your figures.
That guy's cute.
Yeah, he does look like a turd though. Let's be real, you know? He looks like a shit that I take.
Now he doesn't look cute.
Yeah, he looks like
ruined
shit.
It for me.
Yeah, but
the brown shit.
But yeah,
I don't even want to see him.
But yeah, at the end of the day, like you know what's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like I hope so, you know, and you do.
Yeah, you think you know what's gonna be good. Because if it's good to you, it might not be good for everybody else.
But there's a better chance of that it might just be good in general.
Yeah.
Because you know what's good, right? Like we know what's funny. Like we're pretty funny guys. I had a follower ask me a question in the DMs, and she was like, "Oh, no offense, but like, what makes you think like you're so funny?" Because I think I had posted a reel about like people that aren't funny. Yeah. So I said something like that.
Probably way back.
Way back. And then she wasn't rude. I don't mind questions or constructive criticism. Like I don't give a fuck. So I politely answered. I was like, because I've been in situations where there's 10 people in a room, and I have those 10 people eating off my hand. I have them laughing. I have them busting up. They're not on their phones anymore. They're laughing at what I'm saying. They're not watching the TV in the break. They're laughing. So I know I can control. I can hold court.
Right.
And one of my bosses, like, he told me once, he was like, "Oh, like, is it hard?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Is it hard to always be on? Like, always, like, turn it on?" And I was like, "Honestly, dude, like, that's just me.
It's automatic.
Like, I don't turn anything on." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, because you hold court a lot." And I was like, "Yeah, I hold court." Like, so that's what I politely told that young lady that asked me that question. I was like, I know I'm funny because I've seen it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing, that's what she said. I'm not doing,
You'll notice it, too, comparing yourself with other people as well.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see other people trying to do, like, these, I don't know, just simple, plain, lame jokes. And nobody's laughing. You know, you even feel bad for the person. But then when you do it, it's more like, oh, I got this whole room lit, you know? Obviously, I feel like Kobe and me, we have almost like the same style, but a little different style
Thank you for going to my fridge
in jokes. But they always pop, so it's just hard avoiding saying that you're not funny, you know?
Yeah. So is there trolls? Do you guys have any trolls that
No, we haven't had a lot of hate.
Nah.
We had some.
Yeah, like comments.
We had like some bitch go to a really old post and like talk a lot of shit.
Oh yeah.
And she was like,
"Fucker."
We'll tell you who she knows later after the fucking thing.
I'm gonna get her back.
And you better not fucking ever be on this show. So I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. So she was like, she was friends with some guy that has another podcast, and I know it was for sure on purpose.
Right.
And I ignored, like, I was responding really calmly and politely.
He was, cause I saw it too, and like I thought it was one of his friends. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
but you know, a little.
Did she?
So
comment?
we did a reel where, you know, Daniel Mack, right? Where he goes, "I love your car. What do you do for a living?" You ever seen that guy on TikTok?
Yeah.
So we did that, and it was his truck. The cars that he shows are McLarens, obviously.
$1
million
car.
Okay, so let me ask you, what's the joke in that? The joke is that it's a nice Tacoma truck. It's a regular car,
vehicle, you know?
right? That's congratulations, you have common sense, right? And she comments. This is an old post, by the way.
Like literally one of our first TikToks, number 3.
And then she goes, "A Tacoma isn't even a luxury car." And then I replied, "That's the joke."
Yeah.
And then she goes, "I don't get it." A Tacoma, and I replied, "A Tacoma isn't a luxury car. That's the joke." And then she goes, "So your whole podcast is a joke?" And then I didn't reply after that.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, whore. First of all, Aiden's mommy, whore. Fuck you. I've fucked
bitch.
hotter girls than you. I've left hotter girls than you.
Yeah.
I don't respect you. You make $19 an hour. You make $19 an hour.
Not even 19.
Because you're not a dentist. You're a dentist assistant, bitch. So fuck you.
Not even 19.
Yeah.
You make $17. It went down right now because of recession. She makes $17 an hour now. So I could have done that. I could have been like, "Hey, does your son know you're talking shit on people's posts?" I could have said something like that.
Plus her.
But then I saw who she followed, and it was this fucking guy that also has a podcast, right? And then my sister was really mad. My sister was like, "I want to talk shit, but blah blah blah." But she was like, like, what am I really gonna do? Argue on the internet?
Yeah.
That's why I calm down, because it's like, at the end of the day, we put ourselves out in the public, and it's gotta come.
Yeah.
So I can't.
Oh, it's gonna come. Oh yeah,
It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
People are gonna fucking talk shit about how we look, whatever.
But it's good because it
That knows you're going
brings
somewhere.
followers.
So I was proud.
Followers
So I was
and
proud
that
of myself how I handled it. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
like,
It did get me
Yeah.
mad too, because I woke up to it too. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah.
And then when you told me it was a hater, and then especially when I saw
When he saw who
it was followed by,
she was followed by,
I'm
and
like,
whose
bruh.
friends she's with, and then this guy is like, you see his page, and his page is all like, let's all support each other and positive and mental health. So it's like,
so to me,
you're a prophet of
it's all
lies.
bullshit.
Yeah.
So
We're fucking dogs.
So when you talk about trolls, that's the only time we've ever gotten trolled. All our reviews on Apple Podcasts we have a 4.9 out of 5.
Nice. That's
So
good.
it's only been one person that reviewed it 1 star. It's fine.
Yeah.
Not a lot of trolls, a lot of support.
Definitely a lot of support. I mean,
So thank you guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So they do support, obviously. You know, they're always there.
Well, that was the one time. What about you with hate or trolls?
Oh no, we get trolls. all the
Really?
time.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
What the fuck?
And-
I would have thought like in
but-
a place like you guys like
No, the
fitness
comments-
world.
They're mainly guys capping on the women's posture, their form, their weight.
Really? Yeah.
That's
And
so
they're
lame.
commenting like, one of them was like, you like the weight you're lifting is like, don't even post that. That's not weight worthy. Like, why even post that post of you lifting 25 pounds or squatting 5 pounds? You're a woman. You belong in the kitchen.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some where it's like all women just trying to show her ass. They're just they're just
Incels.
yeah.
Incel shit. You fucking whore.
No, literally.
I hate women.
And they'll comment on them. And this one reel, it got like 400K views over like 200 comments, but the whole comment was just people hating and people supporting, like back and forth, them arguing with each other.
Oh shit!
And we didn't say shit. I didn't say anything. I just liked the comments and let them argue.
Dental assistants, $18 an hour, average wage. Fuck you, bitch.
I screenshotted her just so I could.
I screenshotted her so we know.
The reason I
remember.
screenshot it is because one day I'm gonna send her a video of me like just throwing stacks. That's why.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm not even.
But yeah, so you get a lot of like incel hate.
But I leave it alone because
why?
The more comments, the more your video gets viewed.
What's it called? It's engagement.
Yeah. More engagement you have.
Correct.
So hey, comment all the hate you want. I'm gonna like it, and you're gonna keep commenting.
Hey, guess what? You'll probably still fuck 90% of those people up.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
like what?
But it's funny how guys will like they'll send DMs like, hey girl, let me hit you up, and because they'll see the post.
Yeah, so they'll reply to the post because they know
They'll
little
reply
about
to
how
the
the internet works.
Yeah.
And they don't know that that's not really her posting that.
Yeah, so someone comments,
They don't know it's a 6'5" fucking guy.
Yeah.
With
You should just reply
cooking.
with a dick pic. Like,
No.
yeah, baby, I'm right here. Like,
This is all you, brother.
Yeah.
Go buy some t-shirts. Go buy some
Yeah,
t-shirts.
for sure, it's huge. Yeah. That shit, yeah. Looks like a
Yeah.
microphone.
So
It's 2 microphones taped together. Anyway, gross. But yeah, so you do get.
yeah.
That's weird about the weight thing because you're not like a power. Like none of you guys are like power lifters.
no,
or, like,
no.
It's not.
But they're hating on the weight they're lifting.
Oh, the form.
Yeah, the form and all that, like 25-pound dumbbells. Like, why even post that? That's not impressive.
So they do talk about the weight then.
Yeah.
So then that's
the
stupid.
weight they're lifting.
They'll be ashamed.
Yeah.
Not the athlete's weight.
No. The weight they're lifting.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is dumb because you're never claimed to be like a power lifter.
Everybody's
or
at a different weight too
Yeah.
as well. It's not like you're gonna be lifting 400 pounds.
Yeah.
Bullshit
And
like
so
that.
and on one post, there was like 6 guys just ragging on this girl that I posted.
Uh-huh.
And then this other girl commented like, "You dumbasses, go look at the page. It's a fitness apparel brand."
That's nice though. That there are those people.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we thank
yeah.
those people. Like,
Yeah.
if you've ever defended us, maybe in a private
Yeah.
conversation or anything, like we really appreciate you.
Yeah.
And because that's nice. You
No,
know, you have to-
but she was like, she's like, if you guys pay attention to the post and the page, this is a clothing brand. They're just posting their clothes to promote it. Like, why you spend all this energy, all these comments, for nothing?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so you do have it, but then you do have cool support moments too. Like RVD liked their shit.
Yeah,
cool.
RVD.
Yeah.
I have like a few wrestlers, a few
Dominic Cruz was I? No.
Dominic Cruz, no.
No.
A few guys that are big in the fitness industry.
Or we could just lie. It's not like people are gonna fact check.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I saw Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Mark Wahlberg.
A few NFL players.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Really?
Yeah.
No bit.
No big.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Sick.
NFL players.
I say no bit, like you know how people say no homo. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be like no bit, like no, you're not kidding.
No,
That's-
okay.
Fun fact.
No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that's cool, man. A
Yeah.
couple NFL players. Do you know their
Yeah.
names or not?
No, not off the top of my head.
Not
But
off the top
I
of your head.
screenshot everyone.
Yeah.
I'll screenshot them, and then I'll make like a reel out of everything. Like, look at all the people that like the post.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that outweighs it. Like the support and the love, as cliche as it sounds, it definitely does outweigh
It's always
it.
more.
Yeah.
It's always more than not. Like,
Love will always outweigh hate.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, truly. Yeah,
true.
it does. It does.
It's true.
But sometimes it is funny when people get dogged on though. Like sometimes
Yeah.
like it's funny. Like we saw a post. This fucking guy was like, everyone that was a
Fuck
kid.
that guy.
This guy has a podcast. Like this fucking no sabo kid. Like he thinks he's like he thinks he's the prime minister. He thinks he's the emperor of Mexicans. Like he speaks for everyone. And he actually said that everyone who is the child of an immigrant needs to go to therapy because they've gone through so much trauma
abused,
and they need to go to therapy because like immigrants are on survival mode and we actually don't know how much. People don't know how damaged they are, actually.
but we just don't have the money for it.
Yeah, but like, you know, but I'm telling you, because I'm your savior. Like,
What the
fuck
hell?
you. Like,
It's just a bunch of hipsters.
yeah, a bunch
Yeah.
of hipster shit. Guys I could beat up with one hand. I could rob them with no gun. Guys that I can take their sandwich.
Not even that.
Like,
Their lunch money.
I could guarantee you they don't need no Mexican history for them to be speaking
speaking for people.
for all
Yeah.
of us.
And then this
you know?
guy says too, like, calling kids Edgar is racist. It has racist connotations. Like, you know how people call Edgar?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
Yeah.
that.
It's
post.
that. It's that dork. Yeah, I don't even know the guy's name.
Yeah.
And then I posted this guy managed to be an Edgar and a Karen at the same time. Karen Edgar. I posted that shit.
I remember.
But at that point, everyone was already dogging on
They
him.
were saying the same shit
Yeah,
too.
they were,
like,
they were all saying the same shit, and it's like I would never be like, you guys fucking suck. Quit with
Yeah,
like a secret
no,
account.
no.
Like, nah, like I do that shit. That's my face.
Yeah.
I'm public. You want to have at it?
Yeah.
You know, you want to talk about my thick hair, my cool tattoos,
You wanna
whatever.
argue-
Like,
you
that's
want to argue
fine.
with a celebrity?
Hit the DMs.
Yeah, so it's fair game, right? But that was definitely deserving. Yeah, where
Yeah.
it's like you're getting dogged on, like you're gonna get dogged on. You know, so
Like,
but yeah.
But it's fun sometimes. It's funny to put it out
We're
there.
human
for
beings.
sure.
But that's the thing. But guess what we never do is, oh, we're all friends, we're all in this together, we're all positive.
yeah,
so
no.
I'm not like fake either, you know?
Yeah.
It
But
just-
anyway, so that's how you deal with the hate.
It is what it is at the end of the day. I mean, you know, there's competition too as well.
Yeah.
You just gotta know how to balance it out.
It's like, what's that quote by Eric Thomas? He goes, I want everyone to win, but I'm competitive.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah. He goes,
you'll get the best of it.
I'm winning for everyone, but I'm competitive.
Yeah, it's
So
not
I was
bad,
like,
you know.
No, it's not bad. It's like, I
And
want
a lot of
you guys
people
to
will
win.
say
I want
now.
other clothing brands to win. Whatever you're doing, I want you to win.
Like you,
But I'm competitive, so I'm gonna try to outwin you.
You said it like there's no one better right now.
Yeah.
like eventually you'll get to a spot where everybody wants, and everybody will just get to like regular spot thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, even then, competition is always good because it pushes you to the next level.
No, it
If you
does.
didn't have it, then where would you?
Yeah.
Would you really be competing against all these
Like,
people?
like without competition, you don't know how hard you'll go.
And how good you are
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
And your ideas even grow out even like further more than what you would have stayed with, you know?
Yeah, with everything. Fighters,
You just
content
expand
creators.
in every single part.
Like, fighters all hate each other pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
they're all like, they almost get offended when they get put with another fighter. Like, how did, like, Conor McGregor, he beat Eddie Alvarez. Eddie's a great competitor. He beats him, right? Knocks him out in the second round. Dominates him. He goes, Eddie's a great competitor, hell of a guy, but he shouldn't have been in there with me.
Damn.
They shouldn't have put him in
Yeah.
here with me. Like, now this happened because they... And look at it, like, Conor McGregor is obviously successful. And it's
Yeah.
like, you have to be competitive, which is why I always say, like, we don't pretend like we're prophets of peace and positivity.
Yeah.
Like, because we're not. Like,
And there's too many fake ones of them already. There's like millions and millions.
yeah.
We want to be
definitely.
different.
So it's like, I do respect that. You've talked some shit sometimes. And you
I
have.
do.
You know what I
Like-
noticed?
Go.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah.
I've noticed that like the people that we've had, you and I'll shout them out.
Shout out Dandy Hats.
Dandy Hats. We're rocking them right
Yeah.
now.
Nice.
You and him said the same thing, where it's more like you guys could be like, not dicks, but you'll be real. You'll be honest about your competition. You know,
And
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
both of you guys,
and that
successful
confidence.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like so
Successful
far,
guys.
both of you guys are like
Killing it.
making it, killing it.
He just opened the shop, huh?
Yeah, he
posted
did.
that.
So like
dope,
that's
man.
cool. So but that's what I'm saying. Like there's a pattern here, right? Like the honesty and the criticism, those people are like the shit.
Yeah.
Like they're not like super nice. It's rare to be a super nice guy. Usually weaker men are nice guys because you want to get something out of
Right,
people.
yeah.
Oh my God, wife.
Like
I'm only nice. Well, I'm nice.
You are
if
really
you
nice,
reach
by the
out.
way.
If you reach out, like, hey, I'm nice when people ask for advice or how do I do this?
You
How
are
do I
very
start
nice.
this brand? Or I saw this reel. How'd you make this reel? How'd you
Yeah,
get
like
the
you will shit on
sound?
everybody. You know,
Well,
that
like
wants to
yeah,
start one.
permits. Oh, I want to start my own brand. What can I do? I was like, hey, whatever you need, ask me questions. I'm gonna answer it to you.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
No,
not-
you're very
I'm
nice.
not gonna answer it right away. When I have time, I'll reply to you.
correct.
but I'm not gonna ignore you.
No, definitely, yeah. No, you are actually like a really nice person, like, which is what I'm saying. Like, you can be straight up, but don't confuse it with hate. You know what I'm saying? Which you don't. So, because we talked about this earlier in the episode, where people are like, "Oh, I'm honest." Like, nah, you're just a dick.
Yeah.
You're not like that, you know.
No,
like no tienes sangre pesada. Like, guys, bien, you know. Like, I wouldn't be embarrassed.
I'll joke around a lot.
No,
though.
yeah, but that's
like, I'll joke around
Yeah.
about.
But that's people's problems if they can't handle it.
Yeah.
That's their problem if they
But
can't handle it.
when I joke, I hope they bring it back to me. Like, make fun of me about me. Like, bring it back, but harder.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna go back at you harder.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
you know?
it's fun. It's all fun.
This is all funny jokes, you know.
But yeah, definitely. So your team, you had a team. You had 5 athletes.
No, I had like 18 athletes.
Okay, you had
Holy
18.
shit. Yeah.
Okay, so they must have been bad because I've only seen 5. So the other ones
Posted one time.
Yeah, you guys fucking the other 13, or I don't know, my math sucks.
No, you're right.
Am I right?
13. Yeah. That's good.
North Park University.
Hell yeah.
Continuation High School. That's the name of my continuation high school.
Just say North Park.
Proud and loud.
That sounds
proud.
legit.
But yeah, okay, so where are they now, and do you have codes still out for people, and do you have athletes? The people you post now, are they athletes, or are they just people that help you out? Or
So the people that I post now, they're just people that help me out.
Right.
That I reach out to them either through social media or through text or coworkers that I feel will make a good reel. I can make a good reel out of that.
Have an impact.
Yeah, they have a good appearance.
Thank you. Oh, you were in compliment. All right, I'm not bad. Go ahead.
So they're just people. They're not athletes. They're just people I reach out to, and they're willing to help. And you know, at every shoot I give them whatever they're wearing, and I make reels for them for their page so they can post as well. So they can, if they're trying to grow, we kind of help each other out.
Hook them up with free shit.
Yeah.
So it's a give and a take.
Yeah. And then we get content for our page and their page.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Because they're trying to grow too.
And what happened to the 18 athletes, and why?
I came to the point in the brand where it wasn't growing anymore. So whatever I was doing.
And how long ago was this? Just so people know. Like a year ago,
Like in
maybe?
July.
Okay.
July is when we. So Xitinia started in March. So what is that, like 4 months later?
Yeah.
I had the athletes. We were going in, and there was nothing happening. We were just flat. We weren't going up. We were going down. We were just, cruising it. So I felt like I was relying on them too much to help the brand grow, and they weren't giving me what I wanted. So I kind of put it on myself to where it was, if I can't grow the brand on my own, why am I gonna put it on them to help me grow the brand? So I had to learn how to grow the brand on my own.
Yeah.
So I can teach it. So when I do bring new more athletes in, they have the formula that I use to grow the brand. So now we can grow it even faster.
Yeah, because we're gonna put our 2 cents where we have both mentioned it. I don't know, maybe in private. I think we told you too. Like,
Probably.
they weren't really like posting much.
We would see the same people only, you know.
Yeah, you had a few people,
And then the people
and good on them.
the people we know that you had others, we would never see them, you know. So
Yeah.
we kind of took notice of it.
Yeah.
Like there was like a person that had their own kind of thing going on, and that person was just posting their own shit.
Yeah.
But not yours.
And it's like, okay, like, well, you got a job.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, like,
Yeah.
you know, like, but yeah.
And
So I
noticed that. So that was one of the reasons too. It was I wanted a clean slate.
So what I'm saying is I kind of did we predicted that this was gonna happen.
Right.
And I'm kind of glad it happened. Do you think that for the ones that were putting in the work, that there's a chance that when you get everything settled with the new brand, that you might give them a call back?
I will, but there will be
New standards.
new standards. Definitely
Nice.
new standards to where they all have to meet before coming back to the brand.
Yeah.
So I did post, I think it was in December, that I will be recruiting athletes in February.
You did post that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I posted a flyer.
So it's coming up.
So it's coming up, and a few people responded to them. So I reached out and I let them know what's going to be the standard moving forward if they do commit. And so far, the people that reached out haven't committed to that. So it's
I see.
I think I have to reach out, pick and choose, like, and invite people personally.
Yeah, but for
Instead
the
of
most
just
part,
putting
a
it
new
out there.
team.
Yeah, a new team.
Okay.
It'll be probably maybe 1 or 2 people back.
Yeah, like I personally knew one guy. I used to work with him, and he was like more out of shape than me. Like,
He was an athlete.
post-
Yes. Yeah.
post-
King
his-
Kong Bundy.
Yeah, King Kong Bundy, and he would post,
I'll tell you. All right,
post
you
his-
probably know.
post his car a lot, and like oh,
I don't know what you're talking about,
you
dude.
know? Nah, I'm not dissing him. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I mean, he's built like a gourd, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Actually,
Like,
let me show him.
But yeah, like so it's more like I'm glad you did it. It's basically
Yeah.
what I'm saying, because
Thank you.
we've always warned people where like I don't want my friends to surround themselves with like not even fake people.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, like you know, I could put my fingers around the
Yeah.
forearms. They're so small. Might as well put me.
Yeah.
Shit, I lost weight. By the way, I
You
did
lost
lose
out.
weight.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Hitting the
thank
gym
you.
hard.
Hitting the gym hard.
You
This
go-
is a
you
smaller,
too, or just
smaller
you?
size.
I am too. We don't go a lot together, but sometimes we do.
Fun fact: smaller size.
Nice.
So it's a little tight.
What
But
is it? XL?
no, it's large. Fun fact.
Nice. Congrats on that.
Thank you,
dude.
man.
Hell yeah,
I am a big
brother.
deal. So yeah. So we've always, and not just with you, like we've always kind of like try to
Warn our friends.
warn, but not like echando cizaña.
Yeah,
either,
not,
you know?
not like us
Not
trying
like
to take
that.
over. You know, like
Like-
let us tell you what's good for it. You
Yeah,
know?
or it's not like that should be us. Like it's not
Yeah.
like
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's not like we're asking, we got to be on it. You know, it's more like,
But like we
we
got
want to
like
take care of our homie.
El Señor Gris.
Senor
Like we tell them a lot. Like we use codes because some
Oh,
of these
okay.
people are where we work and
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
So we don't. But anyway, so yeah. Anyway, and we'll tell these people like, hey, like, fuck this guy. You know, like this
Yeah.
guy's a piece of shit, or this guy like doesn't even help you, or like.
So
this guy
you
talks
warn
shit
them.
about you. Yeah.
That's
I think
good.
that's because I think
good.
that's
I would want someone to warn. Because we've had to fire someone, right?
yeah,
Oh, you talk about that because you love talking about that.
yeah. Because I fired somebody.
And I knew this guy since the 7th grade.
So basically,
from your off-topic
yeah.
team.
Well, he started with us.
Oh,
He's
okay.
the
He
one
was
that-
in the first like 7 episodes.
Yeah,
His
No
first
way.
time he didn't show up was with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No call, no show.
So
Yeah.
basically, it was like, bro, like you know so much shit. Like you could literally
Make-
help us move faster.
Yeah.
grow faster.
And this guy is so smart.
Like, bro, like he could be a
Genius.
millionaire.
He could be a millionaire. Smart guy.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up working in Google or something like that. You know?
But then even then, like, le entraría.
Yeah. The thing that's the thing. Like he never shows up,
What was his excuse? Like, what's his excuse?
bro.
Text-
He will hit us up late, like
Ignore us.
a day
Send
later,
a meme. Send a meme 2 days later.
Sorry.
or
No, sorry.
no. Send us memes on Instagram, but wouldn't text back. Which I was like, bro, we need you
Answer
here.
to this
And we would
message.
pay him good.
I
He
would-
would hook this up, and we would send him $40, $50
And
just to
then-
connect. What I did in like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
because we were that dumb.
Yeah.
And going back to what you said, you don't want to rely on people, right?
Yeah, no, you
Because
don't.
then it's like, okay, I'm just a baby
You can't
waiting to
move
get
forward.
fed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just a homeless man waiting
Yep.
to get fed. It's like you could only go so far with this. So it's a learning experience.
Yeah,
right?
it was.
But yeah, like, and then he used
So-
to get really mad.
Yeah, because it was like, bro, like we're ready for this. You know, like we would set up everything and
Like we were embarrassed when that happened.
yeah. It was like,
Yeah.
Like obviously,
I
like
wasn't embarrassed.
I understand,
cool,
but
yeah.
that's because you're a cool guy. But you gotta understand us as professionals. Like,
Yeah.
Like we
I'm a
wanted
profes-
everything to go.
and we're
smooth.
professionals. I don't give a fuck, right? We're
We are,
professionals.
yeah.
So it's like, you hold yourself to a standard, right? It's like if you used to print your shirts or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
If you
I-
did a crooked one,
Yeah.
wouldn't you like kind of hate like fuck? That's a waste of a t-shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck, that's a waste of time.
I'll feel bad sending it out and having reach out to them like, I'm sorry.
Would I mind? Maybe not.
Yeah.
But it's more for you,
It
right?
is, that's
Because
true.
you hold
Okay,
yourself to
I
that
see your
standard.
point.
Yeah, so that's how we are, and then unfortunately we just had to let him go, and we ended up learning, or we ended up getting somebody else, or just by YouTube and stuff.
And
like
hey,
that.
and I don't hate the guy.
No,
like-
Like
there's
he
no
hit us
hate.
up recently.
Yeah, like
and
there's
he
no
was-
hate.
And he was like, "Hey, that's awesome. You guys are still doing it."
Yeah.
And I told him like hey, like if he stopped by right now, I wouldn't close the door on it.
Yeah.
But as a guest, like I don't want part
Slowly. You won't close the door slowly.
Yeah.
You're
like yeah.
like
you'll
you would
slam it.
just for sure you wouldn't be part of the off-topic podcast.
And it's like he was a part of it where his name was on the bio.
Damn.
If some people
Yeah,
remember,
that's
yeah.
deep, dude.
If some people remember the first episode,
And he was good on it too. He was funny.
Yeah, like he
So
had his
my
moments.
siblings thought he was like the most natural one when we first started.
Yeah.
That's how good he was. He was good.
Yeah, because me and Esteban, or Koba, first time I say like your name, but we were like kind of stumbling at first, talking like in between each other.
Talking like an interview kind of.
Basically, we were so amateur at
Next
it.
question. Yeah.
And he was the one that would flow the best.
Yeah. Yeah, so he was good, but basically the reason we brought this up is like sometimes you do got to let people go.
Yeah.
People go.
And it's fine. You'll maybe...
Well, the main reason is because I needed to know that I can grow this brand on my own.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I taught myself a lesson. How am I going to do this?
You're coming or not?
Yeah.
Because the train's leaving.
Yeah. So I got it. I got to sit down. I know what I'm doing. So when the time comes to recruit people, this is what you're going to do. Don't... Whatever you think you're going to do, forget about that.
Yeah.
This is the formula I have. This is what I've learned these past couple of months on how to grow the brand. This is what you're going to do to your page so you can grow it.
Yeah, this is not a democracy anymore.
Yeah, no.
It's a dictatorship.
Yeah. This is the formula. Here it is. This is what I'm doing.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's from The Walking Dead when Rick goes,
yeah.
This is not a democracy anymore. We're lost, man. We're lost, brother.
We're great actors.
Stop acting like you know the way, like you know the truth. Yeah, that's how you...
That sounds good, dude. That sounds
That's Rick
good.
Grimes right there.
I've never seen The Walking Dead.
That's good because you have good taste.
You're a big movie guy?
Oh yeah, do you
Fuck.
do you
no,
do
I
you
hate movies.
do you enjoy life? Do you do stuff?
I do. No.
You sleep for 5 hours in the living room just...
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes of yours is like, people will tell me, "Oh yeah, I took a 4-hour ride." I'd be like, "Motherfucker, you slept."
Yeah.
That shit's funny.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of the things you say, man.
Hey, thank
be
you. I
honest with you,
appreciate
man.
that.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
funny too.
We both do.
We always mention you a lot.
Yeah.
Like in certain stuff like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like we're gonna kiss your ass a little bit, but it's serious though.
Do it.
Like we feel almost proud. Like we feel like your victories are kind of in a small way ours, because we have believed in you and we've had like.
Thank you.
And you've also believed in us.
No, yeah.
And it's like I'm not embarrassed to rep you, because I know that I can go in a coma, wake up 4 years later, Xitinia still be a thing.
Yeah.
And I feel some solace in that, where like.
Thank you.
You'll never let us down. So I really appreciate that, and I don't feel stupid repping you, right? Like,
Fuck no.
What do we do when people that are 2 episodes in on their new podcast and they want us on?
You
want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
No, man, for
And
sure.
I see that drive with you guys too, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
You guys posting.
yeah, I mean, it's just
New episode is just.
And I feel like that's why you fuck with us, because I feel like you do see that dog in us.
No, yeah, you guys definitely.
Yeah,
have that
you and
dog in you.
like similar people like you as well too, like with that same.
Yeah,
mindset.
like Leo from Danny Hats, like so,
they're all hustlers, you know.
Yeah,
money makers. I mean,
definitely. So it's like if the heavy hitters respect us, then like. What do I care about?
It's undeniable.
What do I care about $16 an hour hating on me?
Yeah.
You know, like it's like it outweighs it. You know.
By the way, going back, what did you want me to go back on?
Yeah, about because we've had people hit us up. Like we have a buddy we won't name. He's like, "Oh, I have started a podcast." Like, yeah, and he's like, "Can you be on it?" And I'm already seeing posts like once a month. His episodes are like once every 3 weeks. They wear like tank tops and shorts in the episodes in like a garage. They don't even bother to clean.
They don't take it serious.
Like, they don't take it. Yeah. They're not on Spotify. How much does it cost to be on Spotify?
$12. Literally to be on Apple, Spotify,
major
and
platform.
Google, $12.
It does it for all 3.
A month.
$12.
That's
12.
Dude, yeah.
So this guy.
I have apps. My apps to make my reels. I spend at least $100 a month.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
On editing apps.
So you're telling me. So you're telling me that this guy can't get on Spotify
with the whole team?
I already don't take you seriously.
Like,
there's 3 people in that team, maybe even more.
Probably like
$4
$5
each. Because I get it, times are tough, but I know this guy. He's not
$4 tough.
Nah. And I know this guy. He doesn't pay bills, like, which is fine, right? Like your parents did well, nothing wrong with that. That's not the point that I'm bringing this up, but it's like right away, red flags.
Yeah.
Not on any major platforms. You're not consistent. You don't post anything. When you do, it's you partying.
You don't shout out your brand.
In your public page, you don't shout out your brand. So it's like, yeah, dude, we're buddies, But then again, are we really buddies? Because you haven't like hit me up in fucking months.
Yeah, to us more like
So
why,
all of a sudden,
why are we gonna be on it if this won't exist? And that's what Koba said.
this
too,
won't
in the beginning.
exist
in like
what?
a couple months.
And guess what? Does it exist?
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't exist anymore.
We called it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
And now it's like, because we've never been a guest on a podcast.
never.
Fun fact.
Yeah. That'd
Like,
be fun.
people don't know what they could have, honestly.
Yeah.
Like they would have 2 celebrities out of the 626, but sadly
They
don't
will.
have
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. But fuck all that too. Like at the end of the day, like I guarantee you.
You don't want to waste your time
Yeah.
because your time is valuable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Why are you gonna
that.
go
I
on
think
someone?
we've done so good and just relying on both of us, and obviously what the future guests will have. I mean,
Yeah.
we've done a great job.
Because this is easy. It's
Yeah.
2 guys.
Talking.
Hey, Tembo wants to record at 7. I'm off. You're off. What do you got? I don't got shit to do. I didn't do shit
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
I went to the gym and that's it. I
Nice.
cooked something and I watched TV for a bit and that's it. There's no, I don't know, man. Might have anxiety today.
No, you just gotta do it.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck my
So,
face.
and then now, like, going back to that, like, don't put me in a position where I have to be a dick to you, my friend.
Yeah.
Like, I told this guy, like, I hung out with him because, and we'll be real, like, I'm a little more forgiving, right?
yeah.
So this guy would ghost us for a while before he had his own thing going on. And then all of a sudden he wants to hang out, right? And then I hung out with him and his thing was like, oh, they're gonna get drunk and he's gonna convince Koba to like be on the podcast, right? Like, oh, here
That's what he thought.
that's what he thought.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. And it's like I told him, show me some work. And
Yeah.
we'll do it. Like, show me some work. I'm not saying get 1 million followers. I'm not saying make money. I'm not saying, because shit, we're not even there.
Yeah.
Show 4 words.
Yeah.
Show me some work. Never showed me work, nothing. So we didn't do it. But it's like now who's the dick? Now I'm the
Yeah.
dick. But you put me in that position.
Yeah, you're not a dick because
You told him the truth.
Yeah, you made the right choice.
And I gave
too.
him advice.
Yeah.
Get on Spotify. Post. TikTok.
What was he telling you
Reels.
when you were saying all
Oh,
that?
yeah, no, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to be on Spotify tomorrow. Yeah. Like
Hot
everything.
drunk as fuck.
Yeah, and everything. And I'm like, cool, like, do this. You got to post. I was like, hey, you got 6 members? Too many. Are you RBD? No? Too many members. Like, why do you have too many members?
Yeah.
You're starting a basketball team?
Yeah.
No? Podcast? Too many members. And they all look the same, too. So it doesn't
nobody's
help.
outstanding. Like
Nobody talks different.
like at least people with us know this guy's cool.
Yeah.
This guy's heavy,
We
you
look
know?
the same, but we at least sound different,
Yeah, you
right?
guys do.
All right, we
But-
have like a different type of
Way we talk.
throwing out stuff, as well too.
Yeah.
I always say like Kobe's jokes are a little harsh.
I gave
Mine are a
him,
little different, but
yeah.
it's always funny content.
Behind the scenes, yours are harsher.
Oh shit, they are, but
yeah.
due to censorship and all that,
Yeah.
You don't want to get banned.
He'd be dropping.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I can't. Then I'll
You get canceled.
be
But
canceled
yeah,
immediately.
that's gonna happen soon one day. But anyway,
Yeah.
but so I'm giving them gold. Like, I obviously know what I'm doing in this beginner station
Right.
status that we're at.
No, you got the map.
And you're not listening to me. So then, who the fuck
Yeah.
are you gonna listen to?
His homies
Like,
that
yeah,
really
like,
haven't helped them.
your homies that haven't helped you.
Yeah.
Like, but anyway,
I
and
have,
it-
I have a few friends that hit me up
Yeah.
on how to start their own T-shirt brand, like or a company or a clothing brand.
yeah.
And then I'm like, "This is what you do. You go here, you go online here, you get your permit here, you go on GoDaddy, buy the website, do this. Once you get all that, then reach out to me and I'll teach you how to print. And get all that
How
stuff.
has it been for them? Like, has there been
Nothing.
one of them that
Nothing.
has
Nothing.
Yeah. so who's the dick now?
Yeah.
You are.
So I'll go up to him, hey man, like how's that thing going? Oh, I haven't started yet. I was like, man, get to it, bro. You're gonna be stuck at this job the rest of your life.
One of our friends
Get
said,
to it.
if you don't do it now, you just gotta go into it right away.
Yeah. And then now they'll reach out like, oh man, dude, like, I got this done. I'm like, dude, fuck, don't talk to me, bro.
So then you just gotta throw
Yeah.
yourself in there. It's if you think about it too much, you'll never do it. Honestly, and I know it sounds like so cliche or like so
Yeah.
basic, but it's true. Like sometimes we've heard so many people like actually like, oh, I'm gonna do this next year,
Yeah.
or I'm gonna buy this house, Eventually, nothing comes in,
Yeah.
and you stay in the same spot. For me, how I see it is like you gotta not goals, but maybe long term goals.
Yeah.
When you say like, oh, I'm here today, How by next year I'll do that, and that'll get me there. You know, like step by step. But reality steps, don't just say, you know.
It's like I get up at 5 in the morning to go run. So I run every other day. I run 5 miles out the street 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
and
my bad. Go ahead. You're good.
To get to that point to running is easy. Once I have my shoes and I'm out the door, I'm running.
It's more like energy for the rest
from my bed to put on those shoes. That's the hardest part.
Yeah,
but you gotta do it. Just get up. If I think about it, I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna do it.
So I'm like now, and I just get up.
I hate working out. I feel slow.
Yeah.
I feel fat. I feel out of shape. Like fuck. I let myself go. But like once I'm there and I start to feel like the pump, I start to feel the pump, and then I've told this guy too. Like lately, like depression's been like minimal.
Right.
Like it almost non-existent.
No, dude.
Anxiety's been non-existent. If I downstock an aisle at work, I'm not fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, like.
Yeah, exercise is like it's a cure for a lot of things, man.
Pat, I have more energy.
Yeah.
Right. Like
more thrust.
Yeah. Like I'm like fucking. You know. Yeah, it means fucking.
Oh, I thought you were like shooting guns into the nail.
No,
nail guns.
No, but I shoot my sweet worms, but that's all I'm shooting.
All right, I thought you did construction.
That's a good term, sweet worms.
Gorilla worm.
But yeah, but it's like you're right though. Once you're there, like I don't make up some shit where like, oh, I'm gonna do this for New Year's. Like I started like in December.
Yeah, that's why we don't believe in New Year's resolutions.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. Like
there's
if that works for it, because I don't want to be that guy either.
Yeah.
Because then if you're that guy,
start now.
This is so cringe, blah blah blah. Like like I
for some people in my work, obviously.
For some people, you're right. Yeah, exactly. And you're not hating.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like Chael Sonnen, MMA fighter I really like he's like, don't wait for the end of the month. Don't wait for some sort of resolution. Just put your shoes on and go get ready.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember that shit.
Right? You listen to that, huh?
I remember he showed it to me, and
it's a great video. I'll show it to you. You like motivation?
Okay.
I like motivation too when it's people I respect, like you.
When it comes from people,
But
I remember he showed me that, and then my dumbass would just go all the way like at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, go run by myself.
That's dope.
3 in the morning walking to the gym.
It's such a good. I'll show that to you.
No,
it's a badass audio.
And he goes like he's teaching like these. He's an MMA fighter who's really famous. Chael Sonnen, he had a famous rivalry with Anderson Silva, and he works for ESPN. Does a million things, and he goes like he's very like work ethic. Like his newborn daughter passed away, and he fought like 2 weeks later. Like, and he says like, my dad was a plumber. He went to work whether it rained or it shined. He never called off sick. So that's where he get that like straight up like, why are you fighting? Like this just happening. Like it's work. Like, he's like, I'm a fighter. I clock in 4 times a year. Like there are construction workers that do that shit 5 days a week, and I'm gonna not do it.
Yeah.
So that's his.
Did he win that fight after his daughter died?
He did actually. He fought Vanderlei Silva.
Okay.
Unanimous decision.
Nice.
He was never like the most extraordinary fighter, and by any means.
I've never heard of him.
But guess what though? He's a fucking one of the richest.
He knew how to sell.
He knew how to sell pay-per-views. So and then in that video, there's also another motivational video where he's teaching a class of kids, and he goes, you want to be the toughest guy in the world? He's like, all right, maybe you're not there yet. Dial it back a bit. You're the toughest guy in your neighborhood? You're not? All right, dial it back a bit. Toughest guy in your house? Yeah, maybe. Toughest guy in your room? You're not going to let some guy come in your room, eat your chips, change the channel on your TV, right? So his thing is like, make it smaller,
right,
and then get to that point where you're the best in the world and you're the toughest guy in the world. But for now, how about be the toughest guy in your room?
Yeah.
Be the toughest guy in your street, neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. Now you're the toughest guy in the world. So I love that shit, man. Like, I definitely, like, yeah. Because I remember you told me that video stuck with you. Like,
yeah, I did.
Yeah. Well, I'll show it to you later, but it's awesome.
There's a bunch of videos out there that...
Who motivates you? Besides me and Henry.
Yeah, you too. Other than you too.
Yeah, I know we make you emotional and you hear our...
You do.
Heroes and
you do.
Cry, yeah.
He tells cut the camera.
Yeah.
Cut.
He goes...
Do you guys know how to edit this part out? No.
I believe Eric Thomas.
Who's Eric Thomas? Because you mentioned it earlier.
He's what's his nickname? Yeah, no worries. Yeah, he's a hip hop preacher. That's his nickname.
Oh, okay.
So he's like a preacher, and he was homeless at 18.
Oh, shit.
Kicked out, and it took him like 12 years to graduate college, but he did it, and He does a lot more like videos that motivate me.
Oh shit! And so you got Kobe up there.
Kobe,
You look up to him a lot.
Oh yeah, Kobe. Yeah, Black Mamba.
I know he has a lot of cool like quotes and stuff.
His
like
mentality,
his mentality,
and he's just like his work ethic. That you hear stories about him like.
Would he only sleep like 4 hours? He said.
Yeah, 4 or 5 hours a day. Now it's like 5.5. Just because I'm training for that marathon.
When is it?
It's in June 3rd.
June 3rd. San Diego.
3rd. Yeah, San Diego. So I have a plan, a routine of my routes that I'm running every week.
Okay.
So I'll run like tomorrow's my rest day. Actually, Monday's rest day. Then I'll run like 3 miles Tuesday, 2 miles Wednesday. I'll rest Thursday. I'll run 5 miles Friday, rest Saturday, and run like 8 miles Sunday.
Oh shit! 8 miles?
Yeah. So that's like my routine that I'll go through. And
what made you go into the marathon?
My sisters,
okay.
that they challenged me.
Okay, they do them?
No, they don't do them. They want to start doing them, so they say, hey, so let's run a marathon and we'll race between the siblings and we'll see who can win. Be like a family thing? Yeah, so cool. Family competition. So it's like a competition within a competition. But that brought me back to it made me realize how much I miss running because I used to run a lot. I used to run like 5 miles every day, like 6 days in a row. Then I go to the gym and
you will still lift.
Yeah, and I'll still lift. Yeah. Now it's not I'm not doing the same thing anymore.
Yeah, it changes up the whole.
Yeah. So I'll run 4 days a week, and I'll work out 4 days a week.
What do you like doing the most? Between cardio or like lifting? What's your thing, or do you like mix it up? I know there's some people that just die for weights.
I like cardio.
Cardio's fun.
I like cardio because you get to a point when you're running
and you're like
where you don't feel no more pain. Like your body's numb and you can just run.
You're on airplane mode already.
No, yeah, you're on like on this high where it's just like you're just running. You're like, fuck, I'm not.
Yeah, I would also say that there's a point like that with weights where like the soreness goes away.
Yeah,
and now your muscles are just numb.
Yeah,
and that's pretty cool too.
Yeah,
when like you're shaking. And you are like, man, maybe I should go down and wait.
Yeah.
And you keep going.
No, yeah.
And it's like,
true.
Yeah, so I get it. I don't think I think if you're working out regardless, it's great.
Yeah.
If you're a little old lady walking down the block with little 2-pound weights, like I think that's awesome. Like you're doing something, you know.
Yeah, you're trying.
I don't like to dog on anyone's working out style.
Everybody's body's different.
Yeah. Like different. I try to do a little bit of everything. I went on a run with him in the hills in West Covina. Horrible choice. I finished it though.
You did?
Nice.
Hated him after it. Yeah. A little bit. Angry.
Was it a long run? How many miles?
Like 4 miles.
Yeah.
4 miles.
It was uphill though.
Yeah.
And then it was when I had first started working out, so I was still at my heaviest. I was like 246.
Yeah.
And I was like,
how much you weigh right now?
I haven't weighed myself, but I feel better and I look better.
Yeah, that's all.
Like, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's not down.
Probably building muscle.
Yeah, where it's like maybe on the scale wise I haven't lost a lot of weight, but if you see like
the before,
I have newbie gains, right?
Right.
You know when you first start, you see the gains kind of faster.
Yeah.
I have that where it's like okay, I this is a large. Like I would never I would look stupid in a large before. Like maybe it's a little snug, but I don't feel ridiculous in it.
You're cozy.
You know, yeah. Like I'm fine. Yeah. So those things are different like that. Like or even then, like my mental health is like better.
Yeah.
So it's like that's.
So you were struggling.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Like I just I grossed myself out. Like I was like, ugh. Like I just hated how I looked.
Yeah, you're doing something about it though. That's good.
Doing something. Don't get me wrong. I still pound here and there.
Yeah.
Well, once a week.
2 times a week.
2 times a week.
If we have time.
Tops.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I don't go by a scale. But it's just more how I feel and how I think I look. Yeah.
That's good.
The scale's just good like here and there because then sometimes you just end up following the scale.
Yeah.
And you hate yourself where it's like I weigh the same, but it's like, yeah, but maybe it's less fat and it's more muscle now. But you just see the scale.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. They'll ask me like, hey, like I weighed 110 and I'm trying to like, no, not 110. That's not a good example. Let's say 160.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get to the 150. I've been working out and I've been eating healthy and I weighed myself today. It's been 2 weeks and I'm like 161. Like, why isn't this working? And I'll tell them just it takes time.
Yeah.
Especially when you're
I'm like, don't listen to the scale. Like, don't just. How do you feel?
How do you feel? Are you
personally?
fighting?
How do you feel?
Yeah. If you're a UFC fighter and you have to make 155, then it's a different story. You could stop drinking water straight up.
Literally.
But if you're just Fred from Blockbuster.
Yeah, and I was like, do you feel healthier? Do you feel
Yeah.
stronger? Like, yeah, I feel lighter. Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
As long as you
Yeah.
feel good.
But it's been cool. I try to do it 4 times a week at least.
Do you see
Nice.
yourself doing bodybuilding later on?
After this marathon,
Can you take off your hoodie? Just show a little bit.
The ladies would.
Yeah, honestly though,
Appreciate it.
I don't like that you're wearing a hoodie.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like I don't want people to think like we're with someone that doesn't work out. You know, you can't embarrass us like that a little bit. This is the most sus fucking thing we ever making you disrobe, bro. We want to look at you. Anyway, Henry, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm good right here in Upland, California.
Is that a North Face jacket?
Yes. I actually
is.
bought it
North
next
Face
door
jacket.
on the Ontario
Yeah.
Mills.
See, so you obviously fucking
Look at that.
you
Look at
flex
that.
a little bit in 4K. You ever flex in 4K? Have you ever flexed in 4K? Then here's your chance, buddy. You're so fucking. How tall are you, bro?
6'5".
Fuck.
My boss is taller, huh?
Probably the same.
Same.
Who's your boss?
Just some guy. I don't want to say names. He listens to it sometimes. So.
Really?
I'm not insulting him, but he's a really fucking tall guy. I forget how tall you are because we're sitting down and you stand up, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
he's
He's
touching the
fucking-
roof now. Cool.
Watch out for those blades, those fan blades.
Taller than Yao Ming.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah,
names,
there's
man.
this thing I do when I go to the mall with my son. We'll go away and I'll tell him, if you find someone taller than me, I'll give you $5.
Never happened.
No, he doesn't. Never happens. Not over here.
You saw is your son still going to the gym with you?
Not anymore.
Oh,
Not
no.
anymore. I invite him, but he doesn't want to go. But I told him he's 12. I told him, when you turn 13, you're mine. So I was like,
Now it's legal,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
no, I was like, enjoy.
So have your fun, snacks.
Yeah, have your fun. Play with your action figures. Play with your video
You'll
games.
be a great soccer player.
Do what you want. Yeah, play soccer. When you turn 13, you're going to the gym with me. Do whatever I do.
That's nice though
My
because
routine.
That is good.
a lot of people they don't instill that. Just exercise. You don't have to be buff. You don't have to lift them up.
Yeah.
Just keep active, man. Like
Yeah, stay
it's
active.
Keep them
Especially
healthy.
kids.
yeah, keep them
That's it,
healthy.
yeah.
Yeah, like when I see kids and they like, it's sad. Like kids have tits and shit, and it's like that's
Yeah.
fucked up. Like, and I don't. This is the thing. I don't hate a person for that. Like
Yeah.
I don't hate you for that. It's more like, damn. Like, how are you gonna be when you're 50?
Yeah.
When you're 68. My dad's 68. My dad has like a beer belly, but like my dad is like fit.
Yeah.
Like, he's not like, and he's old. Like, so like, how's my old ass dad like outworking you? Like
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense
Yeah.
to me.
My dad's 86,
Damn.
and he goes to the gym every day.
Old dad club?
Yeah, he goes to the
Oh, way
gym.
older than me.
Yeah. He goes to the gym. He drinks his 40s.
Yeah.
And he's 86, outliving a shitload of people, like almost half the people.
Yeah. But that's good that you instill that early because that's where it catches on, right?
Yeah.
Like if you see your dad should be your own like hero.
No, he should.
Like in a perfect world, your dad is your hero. And I think that's why like when people like don't have dads or their dads aren't around or like
They get
Like,
drafted.
for example, like
they
Por-
get drafted in the first round pick.
yeah.
They become LeBron James.
Yeah. But, or you become like 80% of like poor neighborhood populations and you don't have a dad and it's like the most dangerous neighborhood in the fucking city because there's no like I think like men in society are really important.
Yeah.
As are
yeah,
women.
It is. It
As
is.
are women, but we do a role, right? Like
Yeah.
like dad has the solutions in your eyes, you know? In that kid's eyes, like if your son asks you a question or if your son is
gotta know the damn
dealing with
answer to it.
something, like you're the guy he comes to.
Yeah.
If not, then who does he go to? Like that's the problem with young people. It's like they don't have that person in their life that they go to. So now they join gangs, they do drugs, they try to look for their purpose, and it's like
Yeah.
there's
They look
nothing
for
out
that
there.
dad figure out in the outside world.
Outside world.
And you don't know who.
And it's fucked up.
It could be anybody.
Yeah. So like I think I don't have kids, but I will have kids. When I do, like I want to be that guy that like, oh, I have the answers. Like I want to take like, make sure like I put you in the right path. Like obviously like, you know, I do stupid shit. You're gonna be stupid, but like it's cool, you know. So that's cool that you have that relationship because I do see you post your dad stuff too, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool. Like but yeah, and then
I put everything out there. I don't hold on back.
yeah, and
I mean,
he's
like-
making
like-
you you're making a comic for him.
Yeah, we're making a comic together.
Right? You're making a comic
We're
together.
writing the comic.
Yeah. And I wanted to bring that up because you posted it around, I want to say, September?
Yeah, September last year.
It was, you want to talk about that a little bit?
So, it was my son's idea. I kind of asked him what he wanted to do, going into, he's in 6th grade, so he has 6 years.
A lot of times.
But, like, just throw it out there because, every parent wants to know what their kid's thinking and what they want to do when they grow up and get older.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you want to do? He goes, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know yet. He said he doesn't know. He's too young. So I'm like, well, you got to have an idea. Maybe, like, what do you like? He goes, well, I like movies. I like comics. I like action figures.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, do you want to, like, write something? How about, like, you do a story? We come up with a story and we write our own comic book. He's like, really? I go, yeah, let's do it right now. Let's think of a storyline right now.
Comic fan over
here.
Yeah.
And I hate comic books, let me tell you.
Yeah, so then what happened next?
So then we were brainstorming for about like 2 days of the storyline of this guy that we're gonna bring into bring it to life, because we're gonna bring him to life.
Yeah,
this character. And we'll go to parks, and just like in movies, you see like throwing baseballs to each other, like the dad and the son throwing the baseball, and they're just talking. We're just talking character names. Okay, this guy.
Yeah.
What's his power? What's he gonna do? How are we gonna introduce him to it? And then I'll take a notepad, and we'll have a notepad. And I'll just write stuff down. Okay, this guy's this. We'll introduce him in this issue. This is what he's gonna do. And writing a comic, it's more complicated than what I thought, because you gotta come up with a storyline and like dialogue of what they're gonna say. Like, oh, fuck this kid, said Abel, or like you gotta do the whole dialogue, so it's taking time. Yeah. So it's not just coming up with a story and just throwing it out there. It's like, no, you gotta like take the right steps to make this happen. And we came up with a storyline and the names of the characters in the first issue. So I told this story to the actual comic story to 4 people. Mm-hmm. The first person I told the story to, as I was telling the storyline, like I got goosebumps.
Wow.
Talking about it. The person who heard it, like they started crying.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. No, they started crying. I'm telling you.
This is an adult?
Yeah, it's an adult.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, holy shit, this is so fucking good. Like, they were like, oh, you gotta do something with this. You gotta bring this to life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, see, right now I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about it.
That's sick, man.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. And then I told someone else, my brother, who's also big into comics. So I'm only telling people that are big into comics.
Yeah.
Because they'll get the connection.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
it's good feedback.
He's like, dude, make a book. Fuck a comic.
Yeah, make a book. He goes,
do a whole storyline. You guys need to bring this to life.
Yeah, some like a big arc.
Yeah. And then I was just getting good energy as I was telling the storyline. I've never felt the feeling that I felt when I was telling the story to these people. It's like, and it was just like, I gotta make this happen. And it's a really good storyline. It's gonna be based on a teenager.
Yeah,
he's gonna be the main character.
Cool. And
he's gonna have his friends, his family, and it's gonna be more of a.
Do you watch Invincible?
Like the Invincible like type. Yeah, Invincible. With like
it's like a adult cartoon on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Like, it is a superhero show, but there's like blood and there's
that theme, that kind of
where he goes to school, he has friends.
Yeah. He's gonna be a little bit younger though. I think Invincible's in high school. He's gonna be in junior high.
Oh, okay, that's
so it's gonna be a junior high kid. And
is that because you want Abel to relate to him a little?
No, he is. Okay. So it's gonna be a tie between him and then his nephews. So he has like cousins.
Yeah,
they're gonna be made into characters into this book.
Okay. Oh, so there's little like nods to people that you know.
Yeah. So they can be like, oh, that's me, so I told my nephew, I was like, you're gonna be in a comic book. He's like, oh, that's cool, but you're gonna be black. And he's like, what? As a joke.
Yeah. He just turned southern. Yeah. Well, I don't want to be part of no fucking black people comic now.
He was like,
just chewing tobacco and shit.
Fuck your comic book.
When the movie comes out, we could act it.
Yeah. But it was just funny. But
that's cool,
it's
dude.
It'd be fun to introduce everyone.
Can you tell us a little bit about his powers, maybe? Like a little bit? It's fine if you can't.
Maybe just one or something. If you can't, you can't.
No, I can tell. So he's gonna be. He can read minds
because the name makes sense with that, right?
Kinesis.
All right.
His name's
Kinesis.
Kinesis.
Yeah.
So the first
Which is
book
telekinesis.
Origins of Kinesis.
Yeah, where you can control shit
Yeah,
with your mind.
yeah. Control.
Because I'm smart.
Force
I know
field.
what words
So it's gonna be that kind of.
mean. Cool.
It's gonna be. That's gonna be
Very
power.
energy, plasmic based.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I sound like such a nerd. I am a nerd, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I like shit like that.
So, let's see. What can I say? Let's see if I can. There's gonna be. I can give you like a brief, little like recap of the storyline. There's gonna be a power that was created back in
ages ago.
There we go. And this power was too strong for that civilization, where they had to stop teaching this power to everyone.
Oh, okay.
It's done. Everyone's
A forbidden way. Yeah.
Fast forward to our present time.
Uh-huh.
No one knows the power, but it's hidden in someone's book of the teaching of the power. That there's people alive still that know the power.
Oh shit.
So this villain,
he's looking for it.
He's looking for the power.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna get a sign from someone. Something's gonna happen where he's gonna know, I need to get this power. So he's gonna go find the people that know the power, learn it, and then he's gonna kill off everyone.
Yeah.
That knows the power.
So no one else could do it.
No one else has it.
It's like you ever read Macbeth?
No.
Nah, it's Shakespeare.
Oh, okay.
I'm smart, so.
So something in that range,
Yeah.
to where, and then somehow that power is gonna be to our main character, and he's gonna get his power.
That's cool. And let me ask you another question: is there a little Xitinia Easter egg in there?
No.
You want to keep it separate?
Yeah.
Is it because you want your son to feel like that's his, or just in general you wouldn't want to mix it?
No. Because I eventually want to build this comic book series and what we're building.
Separate. And that's cool. So it won't be cheesy like he's wearing the Xitinia logo on his costume.
benching.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought it was gonna be a little bit like that. Like, one of them is gonna have like a Xitinia logo on.
So when I'll take it. So when he's done with high school, he graduates high school and everything, and he can.
Yeah, I'm like a good wife. You want more drink?
Yeah, I know, dude. Thank you, dude.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. So
I was so pumped when I heard that.
Yeah.
I immediately followed. I think I was like one of your first 5.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Look, I have comic books right there that I'm just reading. Reading comic books,
like
studying comic books.
ideas and what you're gonna do next with yours.
Do you ever feel short on time?
Oh, yes. No. I wish I had more time.
Yeah.
But what has helped is planning everything. I have a planner, so it's like, okay. So Sunday, like today, I went through my planner. I just wrote down next week's schedule.
Yeah.
My work schedule. This is where I'm gonna work. Okay, so this is set in stone. I can't change this. My work schedule.
Are you big on notes and writing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I should start doing that too.
The next thing I write on my planner, my schedule, when I run my gym schedule.
All right.
When am I gonna work out? What am I gonna work out?
See a little.
This
use
day.
that right there behind you.
No, I never use that. Planner.
So you're very big on structure.
Yeah.
Do you recommend everyone to be on structure,
Oh,
or do you
hell
think
yeah.
some people dwell on chaos, or you think structure definitely is the best?
If you have a lot of things going on, I think structure is the best.
Structure's the best,
Yeah. You get more done, and you hold yourself accountable. Like if you say 8:00 gym, you better be at the gym at 8:00. Like if a company is gonna tell you to be the work at 6:00, who will replace you if you die within the week? Why can't you hold yourself accountable if you're saying you're gonna be at the gym at 8:00?
Why wouldn't you show up for yourself?
Yeah, show up for yourself.
You'll clock in for a job, do overtime for a job, but you won't even do the minimum for yourself.
Exactly.
That's pretty deep, man. That's cool.
So that's if you hold yourself on a schedule, like, okay, you're gonna be at the gym at 6 in the morning, be at the gym at 6 in the morning. You go running, go run.
Yeah, definitely.
But write it down.
Yeah, write it down.
Yeah.
That's different when you write it down. Do you feel like now it's like
more pressure.
a promise?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It's
okay,
more
I see.
promise.
That's why you do it.
You gotta do it.
Yeah. So you know what I do? That's a version of accountability. Is I'll tell someone my goal, and now I feel like I can't not do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be called out.
That
so
person
like,
knows,
I'll tell you I'm gonna start working out, and it's like, okay, cool. Like, well, now I can't not work out because then I know he's gonna be like, well, have you gone to the gym lately?
Yeah.
Do you feel that people should put their goals out there for other people to know,
Depending.
or they shouldn't. Because there's two types of people that I follow. There's move in silence. Don't tell anyone your goals. You just do you, and when you're at the top, you're at the top.
Yeah, he's ready.
I hate those people.
He's ready. He's like,
Go ahead.
To me, it's more like I'll show it, but to the people who deserve to hear it.
yeah,
Right.
Not to
that's
everybody.
awesome.
Like I'm not
That's
gonna be telling everybody like the kid that I just met at work my goals. You know, I'll tell like Koba. He'll know everything for sure.
Yeah,
first.
I know.
Like any
everything
goal,
about
like I have, like I'll tell him first.
Yeah.
From there, I'll tell like maybe my parents, my mom, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't really. Maybe even you, I'll reach out to you and I'll tell you, oh, this is probably the idea. But like honestly, I'm very careful with who I share my goals with.
Yeah, you're very not to sound like a cock way, but like you're very exclusive.
In a way, yes.
How you open up to people.
Yes, I don't really like.
And who you hang out with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't.
Where do you get that from? You want to talk about that a little bit? I feel like
honestly,
I want to let you talk too.
no, honestly, God, man, I just kind of learn from everybody's mistakes.
Yeah.
When I see like they trust so many people and then they go down the path, like the wrong way, where it's more like I'll learn from their mistakes and I won't take that route. I wanna keep it circle but big enough where I could also expand and I'll grow.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Do you feel like the term trust issues is misguided in the sense that
It doesn't.
why is it to have a negative connotation to have trust issues when maybe it's okay to be more selective with who you trust? Do you feel like the term trust issues is kind of dumb in a way? Or do you feel like that is applicable and maybe more people should have trust issues?
I feel like more people should have trust issues, you know?
Okay.
And I think that would avoid even more problems around.
Yeah.
I feel like now everybody just wants to not rely on everybody, more like, oh, like, this guy didn't tell me this, so now, like, fuck you, like, you're not my friend, you know? Or, like, in other ways, like having trust issues, it'll be, like, more like, how you said, exclusive in a way, where, like, I won't have to deal with this person as much, you know?
Yeah, like them bringing it up later.
Correct.
Just keep your small circle.
Because he's always been like that. And I learned from that where, like, I'm, like, pretty much the only person you're pretty much the only person I hang out with, right?
Correct.
And
that's good.
And you used to call me out on what?
Hang out with fake people.
Yeah. Because of that loneliness and because of that depression and of that anxiety I used to have.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, well, I don't want to be alone. I'll hit him up. He's busy.
But I do understand why he would hang out with him. You know, obviously.
He wasn't insensitive to
yeah, because nobody hadn't told him yet about it. Like why are you hanging out with these people? You know, obviously at the moment when somebody invites you right away, most of the time you're gonna say yes.
To say yes because like I don't got shit to do, and I'm speaking for me, right? I don't have kids. I don't really. Yeah. I do the podcast is once a week. Like, it's not like I'm fully booked all the time, right? So and then he would just be like, "Why are you hanging out with this person? Didn't you say this person did you dirty at work, or didn't you say like you find this person annoying and blah blah blah?" And then now I'm like, I just cut, like, not to sound dramatic, but like not cut people off, but I definitely have less people in my life now.
Brush them away a little.
Yeah. And then I think that's okay. And I do get the occasional text like, you don't want to hang out with your friends anymore, blah blah blah.
But I stopped getting those.
But then now, it's like I think about it. Like when I used to hang out with certain people, I would do certain stupid shit that like that's always the outcome.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not them, maybe it's me, right? I should be more accountable. Like I should have more accountability. Situations. But why put myself in that situation? So now when I get those texts, I'm always like, I feel less bad now.
Yeah, no, you have to.
You know, where it's like, I don't think it's because I'm too cool, because I'm not the coolest guy in the world, but it's like, now I'm more selective where I'm like, okay, I got him. Like, who else do I really need? Like that's my brother. Like, you know, like, so it's.
I feel like you only want to hang out with people that have the same mindset as you.
And trust. And not only that, it's not like we're always talking about goals. It's not like we're always like motivation, blah, blah, blah. Nah, dude, we'll talk about stupid shit. Laughing is important.
We'll make fun of the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah, it was a fucking New Year's. And he had a family party.
Yeah.
Which is fine. And my family, everyone's kind of doing their own thing, so I don't really like do holidays like that. It's very different for us, which is fine, right?
Yeah.
Like my sister's getting married, I'm proud of her. Like my brother's doing badass, like he bought a house, like fucking sick, like he's awesome. So it's just me, my brother, and my dad, right? So we don't really have like much of a there's no Thanksgiving, there's no fucking, unless I spend it with one of the other ones that I just mentioned. So I was like, fuck it, New Year's, I'm gonna go to the bar we always go to. Fuck it, like I'll go by myself. Yeah, and I never go to bars by myself.
Usually never.
And I went but I'm texting him the whole time, and we're texting each other back. And I told him I was like, I feel like you're here, and he was like, dude, I was just thinking the same thing.
Because we're like just laughing it out on the phone.
And that's the thing too, where like going back to I think what you said earlier, it's not like, oh, you don't want to hang out with me, you're a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Like, nah, it's cool, but I know that we're always there for each other. Even if we're not there for each other, we're there. If that makes sense. So yeah, like I stopped like hanging out with a lot of people that it's like, it's just not my life anymore. Like that chapter's done.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I'll always remember those times. Like the stupid shit I did, the funny shit we did. Like it's cool, but it's like now it's over, you know.
That was game time.
And then I learned that from him, where it's like you gotta be selective and structure, like you said. Do I have time to do some bullshit?
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe I won't do it
here.
Yeah, I could squeeze you in.
Yeah.
I won't do it then, you know? So, and now I'm the most productive I've ever been.
That's good.
So, I guess it's doing something. So, do you ever miss your social life? Do you make room for friends? Like, do you ever go out to bars? Do you ever hang out? Like, are you anti-hanging out or what's up?
This is hanging out?
Kind of, right?
Yeah.
We're drinking beers, we're laughing.
We're friends.
So this is hanging out.
Yeah.
I'm anti.
Like if you
I got too much. Well, if it's an occasion like a birthday or Christmas, yes, I'll make time for it.
So you're not absent either.
No. If it's hey, let's go to a bar, it's like no. And that's also with even with dating or playing video games or anything like that. It's like I got too much on my plate to make time for those kind of stuff.
So you just mentioned like video games and like dating. Do you think that's a waste of time in general, or it's more like for you that's not what you want to do right now? Because I don't like to bag on people for their hobbies either.
Right.
Like, I don't like to be that guy. Like, oh, you're sitting down playing video games all day. Like, maybe that's what that person likes, right? Like,
if you're happy, I'm happy for you.
But if you're complaining
that, oh, I hate my job, or I'm trying to do this, but then you're sitting your ass at home playing video games all day,
then
I have a problem with you. I'm like, hey, don't talk to me about that.
And do you know why I brought that up? Our first episode, I asked you this, and you said, we were talking about body positivity, and he said, going back to what I said earlier, that I remember the shit you say sticks to me, where you said, I'm all for, like, if you're big and you eat a lot, but you're happy, all power to you. You literally said all power to you. But then you say, but when you start complaining about it, then now it's like,
now you're just bothering me.
Now you're just bothering me.
Yeah.
And you told stories when people are like, I told you this in the episode. It was kind of a joke.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I'm ready. And you were like, all right, replace that Ultra with a water right now. I remember that. Yeah. And this was like a year ago.
Yeah.
And I remember this. So, yeah, you're right. It's like, be happy.
Yeah.
But the minute you hate yourself, then you have to assess yourself and be like, why do I hate myself?
Like, for video games, like, I read comics.
Because I like video games.
I read comics for pleasure, and I'm also learning. I'm studying.
You see it as a tool.
I see it as a tool, but I see it as my pleasure time. Like, on my journal, there's reading, which is I'm reading comics.
Yeah.
So I make time to read comics, but it's in the end, it's going to benefit me.
Yeah. Would you judge someone that plays video games, or you think that's okay, too, to have your own?
That's, if that's what you like doing, then just don't complain.
Yeah, because I do like playing video
games.
games.
Yeah, you play video games.
Yeah, I fuck with it. But you're right though. Like,
as long as you're happy, but if you don't complain about not having no time when you're at home playing video games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because there's always time.
Yeah.
Where people talk about time, you hate that when people are like, "Oh, we'll hit people up sometimes to record," and they'll be like, "Oh, I'll have to see if I can fit in my schedule," and then he'll be like, "I'm fucking busier than that motherfucker." Like, yeah, right. You want to talk about that a little bit?
True is, we've gotten the messages back where it's like, oh, let me see. I need to get back with you guys. And
just say no. It's fine.
We were saying, like, just tell us no. Like, it's fine, you know?
Reschedule.
But don't be telling us, like, oh, let me see if I could add you guys to my agenda. I know you're not that exclusive. I do way more shit than... And we still make time for the podcast, me and Kova.
What agenda? Go home and watch Netflix? Is that part of your agenda?
Yeah, to me, it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, we'll cut you off right away.
Yeah, it's just priorities. Just...
True.
Put your priorities first before you try to please other people.
Have you ever gotten hit up to be on a podcast?
I have a couple of podcasts already.
Really?
Yeah.
Like gym fitness or like what kind of like motivation or what's up?
Some guy started a podcast, and I think they're like 4 episodes in.
Okay.
And they invited me.
Wait,
over.
you were actually on one, right? In New York or who was that?
Oh yeah, I was. She was in New York. I was here though, but it was
like by webcam, right?
Yeah, webcam.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was on that podcast, but they didn't fall through. My schedule was like, hey, this is one time available if you guys want to do it now, but I can't fit you guys in here, or I want to make time for you. It's like when you guys hit me up, I was like, hey, well Sunday I'm good. Sunday at 7, after 7 I'm good.
Yeah, so we just made it happen.
Yeah.
Sick.
But yeah, other people hit me up, but it's just I feel like I'm too exclusive to where I'm not like when you guys see my posts, where am I at? Gym here with my son.
Yeah.
Playing action figures.
Yeah.
Like that's all I do. So
do you feel like a dick sometimes?
No, I don't never feel
how
like
exclusive? Nah. No, you're okay with that.
Yeah,
I think that's good. Also in a way.
Yeah.
Being exclusive.
It's I'm happy.
Would you rather? I like the word selective more, because exclusive kind of sounds like pompous.
You're a dick.
Yeah, like I'm fucking.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. But I get it's the same thing, right? It's not the word; it's more like the interpretation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, man.
But you have to be selective. You can't just hang out with anyone and.
Well, anyway, because then you don't respect your time.
Yeah, you got goals, man.
Yeah. Like Henry and I personally know people that like are smart, and they grew up kind of in the same neighborhood we did, and they're just almost like stuck in the mud where like, oh, this is the homie. Like, what's the homie? Someone you get drunk and do coke with?
Yeah.
Or what's the homie? Like, someone you sit around with and like smoke weed all day. And I smoke weed. I'm not hating on weed, by the way.
Yeah.
And I drink. Obviously, I drink. Like, I'm not like talking shit, but it's like, it's like, okay, like that's your homie. Like, what's he do for you? Like, so and then it sucks because then that person is really stagnant in their life. And this isn't just one person we're talking about. It's like in general we've seen that.
Yeah.
And then if you ever talk to someone that did get out of that, they always have the same underlying factor where it's like, oh, I got a lot of hate when I started being more selective with my time. It's like, yeah. So it's like, oh, yeah, this is the homie. We grew up together. It's like, yeah, dude, all you do is get drunk with him. Like, what do you really do?
I did get a lot of hate, but it's now
There's
to
nothing
the
wrong
point,
with getting drunk.
No.
But anyway, go ahead.
It's now to the point to where I just don't get invited anymore. Like,
yeah.
Like, no one, even at work, right? So I'll work and everyone goes out, but they know down there what my meal plan is. I'm eating healthy. I'm doing this and going to the gym after working that. So at first they're like, hey, let's go this. Like, oh, come on, what's one time? I'm like, nope, I ain't going. Nope, I ain't going. To where it's just like they just gave up. Like, okay, he's not gonna listen to us.
And I feel like if they're really your friend, like if I invite you to go to the bar, right, and maybe you're training for a marathon and maybe you don't want to drink or whatever, then I'll be like, okay, well then let's hit the gym.
See, now that's
There's a
talking my
compromise.
language right there. Yeah.
And then now, if you say no to that, then yeah, maybe you're just a fucking dick and fuck this guy.
No,
Like, he doesn't want to hang out with you.
I have said
But that's
no.
fair though, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, you don't want to fucking. He's had times too where when I was at my biggest, let's go to Republic. Let's go to Republic. Oh, what about let's hit the gym, my guy?
Yeah.
Be like, nah.
I remember.
Like, but that's the truth though. Like,
Yeah.
there's in friendships, there's a compromise.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, okay, maybe you don't want to go party, and there's nothing wrong with partying. I party, but if I really wanted Temo to be in my life, or whatever, right? Then I'd be like, hey, let's hit the gym,
Yeah.
or let me hang out with you while you do reels. Maybe I want to learn something.
Yeah, yeah. See,
Like,
that we
but
can
it's
do.
never that though, right?
No.
It's always do what I want you to do.
Yeah.
No,
Not what
Bye.
you're doing.
yeah. So I'm fucking smart, dude.
Yeah. That also falls the same with
Excuse me.
when you're dating people.
In
So
what
it's-
way?
What's that like for you, man? Are you okay with
The
that?
da-
Not
The
dating?
dating life.
Are you dating? Can I ask you that?
I date
You date? You fuck.
privately.
Yeah, it's more like you fuck.
It's
Privately.
dating is hard. It's hard.
Is
Think
it?
so?
With what I'm trying to do, it's you gotta stop something that you have the whole system going, right? You have boom, 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 and it's like, where do you find time to date? Yeah, every hour of your day is booked,
Do you
7 days a week.
think maybe if you found the right person that you
Yeah.
would make that time,
Yeah,
right? That's
yeah,
what it
yeah.
is, right?
If you find someone worth making time for,
Yeah.
then it's
Dating.
worth it.
But you're not anti-date. You do date.
No, I do date.
Yeah. When's
But
the
it's-
last time you went on a date? If you don't mind me asking.
I feel like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, so you did? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
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 Boy, Getty.
But it's
Oh yeah, raw Uber Meats delivery. Raw
But it's
Uber,
like-
Uber Eats, not Uber Meats. Because I don't wear condoms. Dude.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
whack. I had this conversation. We'll make it funny a little bit. I was talking to this girl who's my friend. I'm not talking to her like that. She's my friend. It's yeah. I don't say names here. We don't say names to protect the
yeah. I
innocent.
bet they know who you're talking to.
Yeah, and then she was like, oh, she just got out of a relationship that she was in long term, and then she's like, oh, like I think I'm ready to like start like going out and like having sex maybe with possibly like this person or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I go, and then she goes, but she goes, I was gonna have sex with this guy, but he didn't have a condom. And then I go, what's the problem? And then she goes, what do you mean? And I was like, the fuck does it matter? And she goes, you gotta be safe, B. And I was like, she calls me B. And then I was like, she's like, you gotta be safe, B. And I'm like, why? Like, if you're already doing stuff with someone, you already trust them.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's stupid. And then and then I go tell her, what's your favorite food? She goes, sushi. I'm like, all right, eat sushi, but put plastic over your tongue. And then she goes, that's great logic, but you're fucking stupid. And I was like, I'm Columbus. He took a
Yeah.
chance, so do I. You know?
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus.
That's good.
Yeah, but that's interesting, man. That's funny. Dating's cool. You've been single, though, for a while, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been about a century, half a century.
Yeah. Do you get lonely or not? Or maybe no, because you do date and
No,
you still
I'm too
get
busy. I'm busy. I'm busy working, and it's just like my mind's somewhere else right now.
Just focus.
Boom, boom, boom. But eventually,
You see yourself.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
maybe-
If you meet the right person,
maybe in a relationship or something.
yeah.
that.
But I'm more of a. I don't wait it out. I don't wait for, you know how people say, oh, if there's a sign, you know, it's just a sign. Just if you see, like, if you feel like a bad vibe, oh, it's just a bad vibe. Just wait it out. It might turn good.
You know,
like,
it's a
no, done. Cut it.
Yeah.
Like-
What's that? Is it because it's your age, or is it because your schedule, or is it just a little bit of everything? Because
My instinct.
I trust my instinct too.
Oh, okay.
I trust my instinct. 'Cause
You're-
it-
I feel like everybody should.
You ever talk to someone and you talk to someone and they're like,
You know they're, like,
oh,
full
this
of
bitch is
shit?
crazy, or like you're like, oh, this
Yeah.
bitch is
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've talked to girls where they're like, "Oh yeah, like fucking, oh I did this to this guy," like, oh,
and
I
it's
fucking,
not true.
Yeah.
oh like, or even then like, oh yeah, like I got mad at my ex, so I fucking slashed his tire. Like this girl told me this.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
This girl told me this. I was at work. I'm recently single. Not to get into details, but I was like, I'm telling you, not the audience, because they've heard it already. But I was in a 4-year relationship. I'm recently single, right?
Oh no!
So like I was talking to this girl. It was all good.
Welcome to the club, brother.
It was all mutual. But hey, yeah, we haven't done a cheers, guys. Cheers. Hell yeah, about those. Yeah. So anyway, I was talking to this girl. And then she's talking about her ex, and she was like, yeah, my ex, he cheated on me, so I went to his job, and I told him he had a small dick, and I fucking threw something at him. And I'm like, oh, done. Like, nah. Yeah. Nah. Red flag. And it's instinct, right? Where it's like, oh, don't want that. You know, I don't want
so you're the next one.
I don't know.
My red flag will be, this is like the recent one, where they're like, oh, my ex-boyfriend, like, he texted me the other night. He wants to get back to me. I'm like, oh, yeah, like, did you reply? She goes, oh, yeah.
Why do you still talk to him?
I was like, done.
Why do you still talk to him?
Once she said, oh, I replied back, I was like, nah.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Do you have a kid together? No.
Or, and guys are messed up
but
too.
I know it could be something small.
But still. And by the way, listeners, guys are also messed up. We're not just dogging on women. Guys are all fucked up too. Yeah. Right? There's a lot of betas out there nowadays where you could tell they were raised by their mothers and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, but so we're not just dogging on women. We love women, but it's more like also too when they talk a lot about like their past relationships and then there's never any accountability in that time. Yeah. It's like weird. Like, how come they never admit something was their fault? That's also
it's always the other person.
Yeah, it's always the other person.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah, where it's like, okay, like let's take some accountability. Like,
you know? Say like,
it's healthy for the soul to be honest with yourself too. You know, like it's always this. He was this, and he was this, and he was this, and it's like,
nah, but you never take a time to like check
maybe
yourself.
Yeah, maybe you're crazy too. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you? What were you gonna say? I cut you off a little bit earlier.
Ooh, I forgot. I forgot. Honestly,
I apologize. But what about you? How do you like when you talk to a girl? How do you read them or try to feel them out? You don't like drama. You don't like annoying, right?
I don't like annoying.
You don't like embarrassing. You don't like ghetto.
Yeah, I don't like ghetto.
I like ghetto.
Really? I kind of do a little bit. Yeah.
I don't.
Your fist is too big.
No, I do.
I just gotta be like. Straight up,
a little.
I'm from Compton. I grew up in Compton in Lincoln Heights.
Like sometimes I do.
I like the loud.
Sometimes I do like that.
Really?
Yeah. When are you dying?
I don't like that.
I hint to it.
Two different types of ghetto.
But, fuck you! I thought you were with me, man. The only reason I said this because I thought you were with me.
That's ratchet. That's ratchet.
It's not ratchet. Same shit.
So what's your type of ghetto?
That's the last time I throw myself out there. All right. So wait. You haven't answered. What don't you like? You said you don't like.
Well, just in general, I just don't like.
You like chill.
Like chill, probably with the good taste of dressing too as well. Actually.
Yeah, dressing. Yeah, you mentioned that before.
Yeah, I look at that a lot. Like
style.
If you don't have a good style, then hell no.
Why is it that? Because you don't want to be seen with someone like that's dressed like.
Yeah, it's more just like I want to be seen,
proud of show off a woman,
show off too as well, and look
proud,
look good everywhere. You know where we go.
Yeah. Because you do have a nice dressing style.
Yeah, so that's my thing. Is always
style.
And this is like him casual, like when he dresses up, button up, like he's hot sometimes. I'll be honest.
So that's the only thing, and obviously just respectful. You know the good old things.
Like would you say you're old fashioned?
In a way, I mean, you said it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Want to
but I mean, yeah, I do catch myself in that.
The reason I'm asking is
that situation.
One of my New Year's resolutions for the podcast is to let him talk more. So that's why. I'm asking.
There's something like questions at him.
Yeah. So you're a little old fashioned.
I
think that comes from, like we said earlier, while he was pissing, comes from structure of the family.
Yeah.
Like your parents, they had a good marriage, everything like. So then you learn from that, and you're like, oh, I want what they had because it's obviously worked for them, right? So that's where it comes from, you think?
I truly believe in that, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want chaos.
I'm not saying everybody who grows up in a single household is going to be a fuck up.
You don't want to say they're fucked.
Yeah.
And you're right about that.
Yeah,
you're right.
because there's obviously...
And people break the cycle.
No, yeah.
Like, I truly think, but it does start with, like, the kids. Like, you can... know a lot about a person. If you know their childhood, you're like, oh, that's why you're the way you are.
Yeah.
Where it's like sometimes parents, like, I truly believe like children are innocent. Like think about it.
They are.
Children in their true form are fearless. A kid will ride a bike. A kid will hop a fence. A kid will ride a skateboard with no helmet.
Yeah.
A kid will run, right? Sometimes you got to stop them. Oh, don't run. The road's there. But parents, they'll nullify that.
No, don't do that. That's dangerous.
Yeah. A piece of shit just fell down your shelf.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, they'll nullify that. Where parents will be like, no, you're too young to swim. No. Don't go trigger. You can't eat candy. Don't go
do
trigger.
drugs. Don't do drugs.
Don't, like, no. But it's like, and then they nullify that kid's sense of adventure. And then now it's like,
limited.
Now the kid can't even have a conversation with people.
Yeah.
Now you're 24 years old. Oh, I'd like the steak with the fries on the side.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
that's my biggest fear, having a kid that's very shy.
Or just not assertive. You don't have to be you don't have to be like me, right? Like I can straight up, I'll meet someone. Yeah. I swear to God, I've done this multiple times. I'll meet someone like at work and I'll be like, oh, so what's up with you? What do you like? Like straight up, like I'll ask.
Yeah, that's good.
You don't have to be like that, but just don't be like, hey, good morning. Like, hey, you know?
Yeah.
That comes from the parents.
Yeah.
Because the parents nullified that. How many times parents tell their kids? How many times do parents tell the kids, don't talk to strangers. Be quiet. Listen when they're talking to you. Listen to your teacher. Don't be annoying in class, right? All that shit.
Don't get in that stranger's van.
Yeah. Get in that stranger's van. I'm just kidding. Obviously, but that's common sense, though, right? Like, but parents totally nullify their kids' senses while they're innocent, while they're pure.
Yeah.
And then when they're adults, you get horrible human beings. Yeah. I have these customers at work. They come in from time to time. It's mom, dad, and a son. And I don't give a fuck. Hot take. If you still wear a mask, you're weird. If you still wear gloves and a mask, don't want to talk to you. Right? Whatever. Agree, disagree. Yeah. That's what I think. They're all like M95 out, mask, gloves. All of them are in the handicap fucking wheelchairs. Like for fat, because they're fat, not even because he's not missing a leg, you know? Yeah. And the son, mother, right here. Look, mother, he said the tile was right here. Mother, come here. Oh, mother, look at this one. That's the son. Nice people, just annoying, right? I'm not dogging on them personally. Mother, right here. And I talk to the guy. Oh, I'm sorry, you got to load me up because my back. This guy is 26 years old. He has a cane.
What the fuck?
The son. That came from the parents. Because if you see a man and you meet him and he has tendencies like that, I've already met his mother without meeting his mother.
Yeah. When
a man throws a fit, we all work in the same business. But the website said you had 20. Blah, blah. I want a discount. Blah. If you really look deep inside of that person, is that not like a mom throwing a fit? It's the same fucking thing.
Basically, it's like you're
a reflection of your fucking parents. Yeah. And it's crazy. And this guy, like, dude, you're 26. You gave up already.
Yeah.
And I've asked him, have you had any surgeries? No. Because obviously, sometimes people don't look sick, but they could be sick, right? Obviously, right? And I'm asked, you have, like, surgery, nothing? No. Just back pain, blah, blah, blah.
So he could just.
They're a family. Yeah, it's fucked up. And that's not that guy's fault. He doesn't know any better.
But it's a parent's fault.
He thinks that's how life is.
That's how life is. And he's at the age where, well, now his likelihood of changing that is almost zero.
Because like how I said it, like,
unless he meets a woman.
An age,
it's so, or weak. A weak person.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Like how I said, like eventually you get to that age where you won't change anymore, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes you just hit that plateau. Like,
these
are my mayas, so I'm not gonna change.
He's always said that too.
So our family's stubborn. Our whole family's stubborn. Like my family, like we get that a lot from our significant others. That like you guys are all stubborn.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And it'll take someone you meet that you really care for to change you.
Break the cycle.
Yeah, to change you.
Like, fuck it, I can hold it because this is interesting. like breaking the cycle is so important.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying your family you're not saying your family are bad people.
No.
But definitely there's tendencies, right?
Yeah.
Like where there's always a lot of fear. There was always a lot of fear of risk in my family, for example. And it's like, why?
Yeah.
Like, we're smart. We're like, you've met my family. We're all smart, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not embarrassing. We have manners. We work hard. So it's like, why can't we do it? Why can't I be a millionaire? Why can't I be famous?
That's the mentality you gotta have.
And then when I first started,
he's doing it. What the hell is he doing?
Like, what's stopping me?
Bigger
from doing
pendejos than me doing it.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out.
And I'm a silly goose, right? I fuck around, whatever. But in reality, like, I'm focused, just like he is. Where it's like, when I first started the podcast, it was a lot of, I was very aggressive, telling my family like my goals. Like, I would straight up be like, I'm gonna be fucking rich. I'm gonna be famous. And at first, it was a lot of like, oh, that's cute, yay. And now it's like my brother recently said this. We have a group chat with all of our siblings, and he's like, "Oh, like imagine like you're actually a hit. Like I think you could do it." And then it's like, my sister's like, "Oh yeah, like I think you could do it too." And it's like, but that's because you show them the work, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, now like I've kind of joked. It's kind of not really a joke. Like, I truly feel like there is such thing as being the chosen one. And I feel that
to break the cycle.
And there's nothing wrong with the cycle now.
Yeah.
They all have houses, they're all working, they're all fucking, my sister's getting married, a great guy, everything, like it's all great. Like nothing, no one's a drug addict, no one's lazy, no one's whatever. But it's like now there's more, right? But yeah, and then going back to that family that I talked about, like that guy's just stuck forever. Yeah. And he's that guy now. Mother, look at this one. Mother. It's like fucking crazy.
Till this day, they haven't chosen the title they want.
No.
Yeah, they haven't. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so when you say that, when you try to talk to your son, and also the cool thing too is when you're talking about making the comic book with him, is you bring a notepad, you take his suggestions seriously.
Yeah,
you hear him out. Kids talk a lot, and like I remember one time, and I still remember it. Like my mom one time told me, like, "Oh, you talk too much," and like. Why do I still remember that?
Let me put this to use now. Let me start a podcast.
Yeah. but it's like,
let me put this talking to use.
But when you're a kid,
yeah,
like, well, what does that really do to you? When your mom tells you, oh, like,
something
talk too much.
Something that'll affect you in a good way or a bad way.
It sucks.
Yeah.
I'm 24 now. Why do I remember that? Because that obviously kind of sucked.
It impacted you in a way.
To hear that, like, I felt like I had no power. I had no say anymore. And now I felt like I'm annoying and I'm a burden. Where, like, with your son, like
you felt restricted.
I felt restricted, and with your son, like you listen to him, you listen to his suggestions, right? And I think that's really awesome because you're not nullifying his curiosity.
I'm not saying, oh no, that's dumb.
You're not you're not nullifying his curiosity. You're adding to it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's really cool. And I think that's really important with kids.
Damn, how many dreams do you think have been crushed like by their parents without even knowing? You know,
even like millions.
So even like. My parents. So when I got promoted at work, at my previous company, and I let my dad know I'm flying out to Atlanta for training out there, and so he goes, "Oh, you made it. That's it. You made it." And I was like, "Nah, this is I didn't make it." He goes, "Yeah, you're done. Like you made it. Now you can start your family and just live." I'm like, "Nah, this is." His mentality was that
get to that position
and you're set.
But and there's more in life for you.
Oh yeah, there's more.
Like this is just one chapter of it.
Yeah, this is the tip,
a little tip of it.
The tip.
You're on chapter 4.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do.
Like there's still more to go.
So the mentality, the mentality is, and even like a girl I used to date. Somehow the conversation came up to where she let her dad know how much I made an hour.
She let her dad. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then her dad stands up, marry him. You're good.
Oh, really?
Marry him. And I was like, who the hell do you think you are telling your daughter? I was like, don't I have to ask her? Not you tell her to tell me? So it was like their mentality was like, you get this job, you make this much, and you made it in life.
That was a good amount. Yeah. That's why I'm good,
thank you.
Me and Kobe have never really stuck to that, like, let me get to this position.
Yeah.
And I'm set for life. No, it's more like to us, it's more like we want the spotlight, we want the money, we want the fame. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna hide and say
Money isn't everything.
We don't want to be famous, you know.
Wow.
But if the cameras get to us, and honestly, we'll get there.
Yeah, like we were 2 episodes in, telling people we're gonna be bigger than Joe Rogan. We're gonna have Drake on. We're gonna have.
What will people say?
Think about how insane that is. Reality, objectively, how insane is that?
What do people say? You guys should have Joe Rogan on.
Yeah,
in a joking way.
Or it's like back then when we would tell people I had a podcast. Back then it used to be, hey, tell them about your podcast. Tell them about your podcast. And now it's like, oh, tell them about your podcast.
Yeah.
Same shit, different tone.
That's how it was.
We flipped the page.
Tell them about your t-shirt company. Tell them about your little t-shirt brand.
Yeah.
Your little t-shirt brand.
How are your little shirts going?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Did you get that?
Oh, he made that. Oh, he has a clothing brand.
Yeah.
You got that too?
Yeah. Did you get a shirt? I have a shirt. Do you have one?
Just putting on a spotlight, bro.
No, not now.
I barely sold 10.
Conversations.
Yeah. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see what's up. And
like,
I don't give a fuck. Hate is a hell of a motivator. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
No, it is.
Talking shit that's a Jim Cornette quote. Hate is a hell of a motivator. It's true. Like, how many movie scenes are there where the poor guy becomes rich and he pulls up with the car and the bad guy that didn't believe him, like, hey. Yeah. And he's like a garbage man, right? Or like nothing wrong with garbage man, but I'm saying in that narrative, right? Where it's like the victory is the best part of life.
Yeah.
And my fly's down. So it's the hurrah moment, right? Like, oh, they did it. Like, you ever seen The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith?
It's a good movie.
It's like everyone loves that movie because it's like
at the end,
he makes it, and it's like, or The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. He's getting fucking fucked up the whole movie, and like he finally makes it. He finally kills the guy that killed his son. It's like everyone wants that moment.
That's a good movie you should watch.
But are you gonna work for it?
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna eat shit for 5 years, get made fun of for 5 years? Like, there is no, like, I had a buddy tell me, like, oh, I bet a lot of girls want to fuck you because you have a podcast. Like, no, like, telling a girl you have a podcast is an instant fucking pussy dryer when you're not big.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not that yet, like, you know? But you're ready, you know? Like, you're trying to make something. But I like this aggressive environment because I think it weeds out the weak.
No, it does.
Like, we were talking about trolls earlier. Like, I wasn't going to let that girl shake me up because what happens when I'm on stage doing stand-up, which I'm going to do this year, by the way, like, and someone talks shit to me.
Your show.
Thank you, brother.
I'll be the first one in line.
You're invited.
Behind him, second one in line.
And you're definitely invited.
Let's do it.
I'm thinking about
he's going to do it too.
Standing up too as well.
That's good.
I'm already writing actually
you guys
jokes.
should do it.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I have a bit. I'll tell you about it later.
Kobo's doing bits, and I'm writing some stuff down as well.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so if I let that girl get to me, right, that talks shit about our Rio, what's going to happen if it happens in person on stand-up? Some guy's drunk. Like, get the fuck off the stage. Like, what, I'm going to get shaken up?
Go snap right back at him.
I can't. Like, you got to keep it cool. So I kind of like this rough environment. I kind of like it when people don't believe in you. I like it when people take shots at you. I like it when people fucking make fun of you. Yeah. Because it's like, I'll outlive you. Like, what's up? You've said that many times. You've had clothing lines you looked up to. Where are they now?
Done.
Are you happy that they're done?
I don't care for it.
You're not like,
it doesn't bug me.
No, you're not like,
no.
yeah, you know?
I wanna
ask them.
Reach out to them like, hey man, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, what'd you do? Like,
and they would actually reply.
How do you help? How can I help you?
Yeah. But shit like that, it weeds out the weak.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like, well then.
Now you know where the real tough ones are.
This motherfucker's about that. Who's got that dog in him?
Yeah.
You know, I got that dog in me. He's got that
the
dog
no
in him.
quit, like no quit, like no matter what, ups and downs, breakups,
whatever,
bankrupt, whatever.
Yeah, like fucking, we'll go blow for blow. Like, are you gonna go broke for this? We'll go broke for this. We took out credit cards and maxes. I didn't have fucking $4,000 to drop on equipment.
Yep.
Okay.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do.
But we figured it out.
Yeah.
Figured it out, you know? T-shirts. We didn't have fucking $600, whatever the fuck. Well, not that we didn't have it, but it's like, it's not like $600 is nothing, right? Yeah. It's like, you feel that. Think about how many hours that is at work. But what did we say last year? What was our New Year resolution? Having merch, having T-shirts.
Yeah.
So now we got to fucking do it, and we're doing it. And they're coming out February 10th.
Nice.
Yeah. So
February 10th. So
Yeah.
We're
You
excited.
guys need models and photo shoots.
Hell yeah, man. I
Let
know
me
you
know.
got your people too, and we have thought about that
I
where
got
we say,
people.
oh,
Yeah.
he knows people.
I got people.
We have so. Well,
I had the
We'll reach out to
videographer,
you.
too. Videographer, make some videos.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
shit. Thank you.
Do you think one day there'll be a Xitinia gym or training facility? We've
Yes.
talked about that before.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's definitely a gym. Multiple gyms.
Oh shit.
Multiple gyms, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking bad.
I told you last episode I had a dream we were working out and it was Xitinia.
Dude,
Or
that's
it was still Train Art Athletics.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
He told me.
But it's like, and the funny part is that we didn't even mention it. It was just like a normal thing. It's like if we're at a McDonald's, right? You don't think like, oh, what McDonald's? It's like, oh, it's McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's established already. So that's how it was in the dream. Where it's like, oh, like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just we're just at the Train Hard gym.
Yeah, well, eventually a gym, clothing line's gonna expand the clothing line. Right now, I'm just trying to figure my timing out. Where what? Because starting this up, the comic book, that's time consuming. That's taking away time from Xitinia.
Yeah.
So it's managing my time exactly to the like
To
every
a science.
hour of the day is booked.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. I give myself like half hour between stuff that I'm doing for the Instagram to post, to comment, to reach out to people, to package, to print. So all that's in between.
Yeah.
So it starting the comic book did take time away from Xitinia, but it's still growing. It's still growing. Even
Yeah.
when I started this, the brand's growing more now than
Yeah.
it was when I didn't have this.
Yeah, you're definitely not
Yeah.
wasting time.
Yeah. So
It's still productive.
still productive.
Yeah.
So the gym it will eventually probably be the not the end game. It'll be a step to the end game, which I
Yeah.
eventually want to sponsor a professional like team.
Would you ever, not to put you on the spot, would you ever sponsor a podcast?
I
In
will.
general.
In
general.
depends what the topic is of the podcast because it's
'Cause you don't wanna-
it's athletic wear.
Do you ever feel like now I'm really putting you on a spot? Do you ever feel like, oh, like these guys do a lot of like dirty jokes or they like say a lot of controversial shit? Like maybe I don't want to be a part
Affiliate with them or something.
No.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, we're all trying to do the same thing. So
Trying to grow together.
we're all. This is the end. We're taking this. We're all gonna get there, but we're taking different routes.
Yeah, and I'm also like neutral enough to say
Yeah.
on the record we both are that like our views do not express your
No,
views
yeah.
or the views of Xitinia
Correct.
or the people associated with Xitinia.
Right.
You're Temo, my buddy,
Yeah.
who happens to have a company. Like
Yeah,
it's not. We're not affiliated with anything.
Cohen.
Yeah,
Henry,
yeah, and it's
Tyler
like
podcast.
it's
Right.
fine.
Get to
You-
the top just like I do.
Yeah, like I don't wear condoms. You probably do. It's fine.
Yeah, I wear double. I double.
Yeah,
it
you
a
wear
little bit.
double. You know, they say you shouldn't do that because then the friction cuts the other end.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I was just wondering that.
Yeah. No. It's
Because I would never want you to feel like you can't.
if I felt like it was a threat.
yeah, I would never want you to
you
feel
wouldn't-
that way.
yeah,
I wouldn't agree to
That's
any
fair.
of this.
That's fair.
I would be like, oh, it's gonna bring.
Well, it's different.
Bad
We're
look.
doing something different.
Yeah,
Good luck,
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
But
yeah.
nah, it's not for me.
No. Yeah. This
Yeah.
is my hangout time.
Yeah. Anything you want to ask this guy?
Hmm.
You want to guess how long we've been going?
No, probably like an hour and a half.
You're
Whoa,
so
way
wrong.
more.
Really?
Yep.
How long?
It doesn't matter. We'll
Really?
tell you after. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Anybody who you want to work out with?
Okay, you could work out with 3 people.
3 celebrities or 3? Or actually anybody.
Three people in the world, dead or alive, that you could have a
Train-
1 hour workout with.
Ah, shit.
Okay, unlimited time.
Definitely
Okay,
Arnold.
unlimited time, but
Definitely
just whatever.
Arnold will be number 1.
Arnold?
Arnold.
Second.
Second will be Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Sick.
Yeah.
He's calisthenics. He can
Yeah.
martial arts.
He's so
and
good
all
for
that.
his age.
Yeah.
Like,
Like probably Bruce
to this
Lee
day.
would be
I would have
last
kicked
one.
this
Bruce
ass
Lee?
so hard.
Bruce Lee.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Choose Brad Pitt.
Somebody,
Brad Pitt.
somebody
Brad
there
Pitt.
doesn't belong.
Brad
Somebody
Pitt.
there doesn't belong. Bruce Lee doesn't belong.
Bruce Lee.
Nah.
I
He's
would beat up
mental
Bruce Lee.
strength.
I would beat
Mental.
up.
He's a lot of
So
mental.
am I.
We are too.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce Lee never paid renta like I do. Let me see how high my rent is, motherfucker. I get paid. I get raped right away, bro. I get paid. The landlord goes,
Yeah.
And I was
Fucking
getting,
sticks it in.
and I was getting fucked by by taxes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fair though.
Should've
That's
gone to prison,
Water, be like water. I could
Yeah,
just do the boys.
yeah.
Oh, hey, work out with me.
Who do
That's
you want
fair,
to work out with?
Okay, I'll let him go because I'll go last.
Okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo, number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 would be shit.
Who's shit?
No, like fuck, I lost.
You
two.
better put Brad Pitt in there because you got
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, you said Brad Pitt, so you better
Brad
put him
Pitt,
in there.
Brad
Okay.
Pitt, number
Alright, who's
2.
the third?
Number 3 would be.
That's kind of a dumb choice.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
fuck. Number 3 would be
He's a little saggy. He's old though.
Cameron Haynes.
Cam Haynes.
Oh.
Not Cameron Haynes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep
change
hammering.
mine. No.
Keep hammering. Yeah.
David Goggins will be up there.
David
Okay.
Goggins.
Nah, you said Bruce Lee. Take, nah. Fuck that. You chose be like water.
Okay.
Over David Goggins.
alright.
So you fucked
Sorry,
up.
David Goggins.
So
He tagged me on some of his stuff. Like I'll tag him and he'll repost it.
Yeah, I
and
seen
and
it.
He commented on some of my stuff.
I seen it.
that's, fucking
Yeah.
crazy. That's badass.
You can't hurt me, son.
Yeah.
That's David Goggins. Sorry, David.
Mine wasn't like butter.
All right.
When they talked about how they had to cut up his shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, mine, right? It would be. I'm not a big workout guy, so don't judge. But mine would be definitely Arnold.
Arnold. Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, right?
He's
Yeah, like
number 1.
definitely. Like you can't. He's the guy that made it cool to work out. you know?
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
before it was cool to work out. I'm a big UFC fan. So, like I said, and this is a hot take, I would work out with Chael Sonnen, the guy I talked about earlier.
Oh, okay.
Because,
Okay,
he's
yeah.
inspired me so
Fuck.
much. Yeah.
Forgot to put Connor.
And the third one,
Connor. Do you have Brad Pitt in there, brother?
Nah,
Third
I'll
one.
keep Brad Pitt in there.
just, hey, I'll take Brad Pitt over Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, he fucked him up in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that movie?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
but anyway.
Great movie.
And the third and last person I would want to work out with, this is going to be so cute right now, would be with you.
Oh, hey, thanks, dude. I
Yeah.
appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'll make that one happen for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, man. We'll vlog it. How about that?
Yeah.
Promise right now we'll vlog it.
Promise.
They saw it.
Yeah, man. I
Thank
do
you.
because I feel like we're kind of cut from the same cloth. We're Hispanic. We're whatever.
Yeah.
Same kind of shit, you know. So definitely.
I'll put you on the reel. We'll post it on this
Yeah.
on our
Hell yeah,
social
man.
media.
We'll do it.
Let's do it. Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, that's who would it be. Anyway, guys, be sure to follow him on at Xitinia on all major platforms. That's XITINIA.
You got it.
Xitinia. And your Instagram is
Cuauhtemoc.
yeah.
CUAUHT.
Or just go to Xitinia and then he'll have his name in the bio because
Yeah.
definitely have an easier name to spell.
Yeah,
for
never mind.
sure. Right?
yeah.
Follow his shit, guys. And now I'm speaking for you. It's great quality.
Thank
They're
you.
like fucking $20.
right
Like
here.
you always have discounts.
Yeah.
You always have deals.
The honestly very light too as well.
Yeah.
It's not like a heavy shirt where
Definitely
Lightweight.
release joggers more
Correct.
often. Gets me mad you don't have them.
you know what I'm wearing?
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh, wearing the socks.
Those are sold out too, by the way.
And I like
Sorry,
But yeah.
guys.
these. I should buy more.
So definitely, guys, if you're trying to support someone decent and if you care who you are, I think this is one of the most respectable and decent human beings in this industry. And I'm
Thank you,
glad.
I
And I'm
appreciate
glad.
that.
And I always taking
I'm
out
not
great
done.
quality
I'm
as
not
well.
done. Don't interrupt me. I'm fucking with you. But he's a great guy, and we're happy
he
to
is.
be his friend.
Yeah.
And
So-
I really appreciate the time.
And honestly,
And
thank you for
Thank you for inviting me.
having
guys.
us.
Thank you for having us. I'm not leaving
Here's
yet
your
because I
place.
gotta smoke a cigarette, and I'm gonna bench 135 for you right now. So you'll see.
Squat it. I want you to squat it.
Oh no, you want me to die? No. But not for real, man. Like I like.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you. I
awesome, and
appreciate
thank you
that.
for always never ignoring us.
Like,
even
you're
though
always
when,
supporting
since
there.
when we had 10 followers.
Yeah.
I've said it. I said this in the first episode. You wanted to be on the podcast before we started the podcast.
Yeah.
And I'll always
Correct.
remember
I
that.
I
remember
want to
that.
support you guys, and hopefully this podcast does well. And
It will. Trust me.
We
There's
just
so
gotta-
much great stuff.
Yeah.
It
out
will.
of it.
if
And
you
if
need,
for
if
whatever-
you need me to get butt naked in front of this camera, I'll do it right now.
Or
for
you can just do it in
guys.
front of me.
I'll do a
And-
private session after the show.
And if for whatever reason we get to this place before you, then
We'll bring
The
you.
door's always open.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
We'll give you that
Same
push.
here as well. Will you guys get
Yeah.
to where you need to get to?
Yeah. And you want to say something about him?
Yeah, honestly, like I said, if you guys are looking for great quality, check out Xitinia. Honestly, thank you for
Thank you for having me.
giving
guys.
us this space actually too as well. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a pleasure.
I'll
Always
show you guys my
little action figures.
Yeah, we'll take
Actually-
a look at his print shop in a bit.
Yeah.
We'll check out where the science is made. And honestly, again, just honestly, just thank you for the support and
Thank
everything.
you for
Thanks,
having me,
man.
guys.
Like we don't know what words to say, what else to say.
Yeah, no, I think
This
we're
is
good.
more like
That's how
having
it's
that
gotta
true
be.
support.
So follow Xitinia.
Also, a
And-
podcast.
And then
Buy something. Don't be a freeloader. I'll buy you something. How about this? The first person that hits me up, I'll buy him a fucking shirt from Xitinia. Hit me up and
How
I'll
about
buy
this?
him a shirt.
I'll do a promo code
For one person.
When does this video drop?
I don't know.
tonight.
We don't have that structure.
Well, it'll be up by tomorrow morning. To be honest,
Okay, so
So shirt on
what's
me.
tomorrow? Monday.
Monday.
I'll do a promo on our site.
Because I
Promo code off topic. That
That'd
is
work.
off topic.
Yeah.
That'd work. I want to see how many of our supporters.
And then it'll be half off the whole site.
Fuck. Okay.
And just to support and just follow. But let's see, how can we do it to where they follow you guys?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll
Behind
figure
the
it
scenes.
out, and I'll shout it out on
Yeah.
our page.
But
we'll
anyway-
update you guys on Instagram at
Yeah.
Off Topic 34.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow his personal one at
Cobra Roz 62. I don't know. It's in the bio.
Fine.
How about this? Work a little for it. You know,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you everything. I don't. If I knew how to edit it, where I did this right,
Yeah.
and then the link popped up, I would. But
Yeah,
my
yeah.
producer, he's a little busy boy,
Yeah.
so it's okay.
he's in Budapest.
Yeah. So anyway, guys. Anyway, blah blah blah. We already kissed our asses enough. But thank you guys. I'm Koba the Gorilla,
And I'm H, and thank you guys for listening to episode 69 of the Off Topic podcast.
and you are
Cuauhtémoc Ruiz,
of
Xitinia.
hell yeah, guys.
Thank you
Fuck
guys.
that badass episode.